The information shared in these conversations and videos are intended for general knowledge and entertainment purposes only. It should not be considered as legal advice or professional guidance. Additionally, any documentation or references to specific content are solely for the purpose of discussion and understanding. It does not imply endorsement, promotion, or support of said content. The views expressed in these videos and/or conversation are those of the individuals involved and do not represent any official stance or opinion. The content you are about to experience may contain strong language, including explicit words and phrases. This language is used for artistic expression and may be integral to the storyline or character development. It is important to note that the use of such language does not endorse or promote offensive behavior. Viewer discretion is advised, and please enjoy the show responsibly. Disclaimer: copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. The Canadian Copyright Act Section 29 allows an individual to use copyright-protected materials when creating a new work, such as mashup, and to post the new work online on a site like YouTube. Fair dealing provision for specific purposes like research, private study, education, parody, satire, criticism, review, and news reporting.
Vote all you want. The boss ain't on no ballot. Shadow suits pulling all the levers. President's pawns in the hands of clever. Whispers in the halls, deals in the dark. Fake kings crowned with invisible marks. Lobbyists line up, black funds stack up. Truth's just a bone for the dogs to lap up. Smiling faces on your TV set while the backroom plots ain't leaked yet. Ghost government pulling all the strings. Not elected, but they crown the kings. Ghost government hidden in the mist. Signing every law with the bloodstained fist. Files buried, ops classified, media selling the hypnotized lie. Own the courts, own the wars, own the keys to all the doors. Psyops blasting, flags are false, terror staged at a higher cost. Spy on the people while they claim to protect, turning free men into subjects. Hidden faces, hidden hands, broken oaths, secret plans. In the dark they weave and spin, an empire you can't vote in. Ghost government pulling all the strings. Not elected, but they crown the kings. Ghost government hidden in the mist. Signing every law with the bloodstained fist. Wake up, be ruled by the ghosts you can't see. Ghost government pulling all the strings. Not elected, but they crown the king. Signing every law with the bloodstained fist. Wake up, or be ruled by the ghosts you can't see. Listen up, people, I got something to say about propaganda and how it's used today. It's a tool of the powerful to control what we think. A way to manipulate, to make us all sink. Propaganda, propaganda, it's everywhere we go. On the news, in the ads, on the radio. It's a message, a story that someone wants to sell. So don't believe everything, do your research well. They say it's for our own good. But who decides what's the truth behind the lies they disguise? It's all about power and the way that it's used to keep us knocked down, to keep us confused. Propaganda, propaganda, it's everywhere we go. On the news, in the ads, on the radio. It's a message, a story that someone wants to sell. So don't believe everything, do your research well. It's time to wake up, to see through the haze, to question everything and not just obey. We need to take back our minds and our souls, to stand up for truth and let the propaganda go. Propaganda, propaganda, it's everywhere we go. On the news, in the ads, on the radio. It's a message, a story that someone wants to sell. So don't believe everything, do your research well. So that's the cap about propaganda today. Remember to be careful and don't be led astray. Question everything and don't just conform. That's the only way to keep our freedom warm. Propaganda is a weapon used to incite hate, to divide us into groups and manipulate our fate. They create false enemies to justify their wars, and spread misinformation to keep us behind bars. Propaganda, propaganda, it's everywhere we go. On the news, in the ads, on the radio. It's a message, a story that someone wants to sell. So don't believe everything, do your research well. It's time to stand up and fight for what is right. To break free from the chains and shine a bright light. Expose the lies and the deceitful schemes, and wake up to reality and live our dreams. It's time to stand up and keep our minds sharp, to not be fooled by the propaganda on the harp. Spread the word and stand up for truth. Together we can make a change and live a life uncouth. Propaganda can be subtle, it can be sly, it can come in many forms and catch us by surprise. It's up to us to be vigilant and not be swayed, to seek out the facts and not just what's displayed. Propaganda, propaganda, it's everywhere we go. On the news, in the ads, on the radio. It's a message, a story that someone wants to sell. So don't believe everything, do your research well. They preach fear, they sell heaven like land, but I talk to God without a middleman. They pass the plate, I pass the test. They bless the rich, we curse the rest. Built a throne off our broken backs, gold-plated truth in collection sacks. Preach obedience, not liberation. Use the cross like a brand, not a revelation. Say God is love, but they judge with hate. Close the gates, then talk faith while they overplay. We ain't kneeling to priest with blood on the hands. You wanna talk holy, then clean your land. You fear my spirit cause it don't need chains. It walks with fire through ashes. Who owns the truth? Who's selling grace? They build big walls just to block God's face. You speak for who? Who gave you the crown? We found the divine when your church burned down. No robes, no rules, just flame inside. Burn my temple, don't need no place to hide. You lied in the light while we prayed in the dark. Now spirit fights back, divine and stark. You say you got the truth in a book with your edits. chapter to control your doctrine, synthetic. Baptize the masses in guilt and fear, but excommunicate questions when they get near. You bless wars, you hide crimes, you silence women then call it divine. You build cathedrals on the backs of doubt, but the soul don't whisper when the spirit shouts. I found God in the gutter, in the dirt and the pain, not in stained glass or capital gain. You fear the ones who don't kneel in pews, cause we see the stars, not just your roles. The truth, who's selling grace? They build big walls just to block God's face. You speak for who? Who gave you the crown? We found the divine when your church burned down. No robes, no rules, just flame inside. Raw temple don't need no place to hide. You lied in the light while we prayed in the dark. Now spirit fights back, divine and stark. You fear what you can't own. You shame what you can mold. But truth was never a sermon, it was a spark in the soul. I don't need your steeple to talk to the eternal.
Sip it slow, swallow the lie. They selling death with a suit and tie.
Pesticides raining, poisons graining, feeding the system while the bodies keep fainting. Water's got lead, plastics in the veins. Silent killers, but they never take the blame. Labels lying, organic faking, modified seeds, a harvest forsaken. Monsanto deals in the devil's cash while we rot from a pesticide stash. It's a bitter taste in the food and drink. They're killing slow, pushing to the brink. Bitter taste in the blood we ink. Profit or poison, take a second think.
Yeah.
Slick TV ads, a grocery scam. GMO monsters in the peanut jam. Toxins brewed behind government seals. FDA turning blind eyes to the deals. Cancer's climbing, diabetes too. Sell the cure after they poison you. Bottled water with a chemical kiss. Trust the science, yeah, trust this fist. Rotten fields, hollow wells. Silent war, no one tells. Twist the roots, choke the seed. Starve the soul and feed the greed. Drink, obey. Oh, wake up today.
Good morning, Vietnam!
It's a bitter taste in the food and drink. They're killing slow, pushing to the brink. Bitter taste in the blood we ink. Profit or poison, take a second think. Eat, drink, obey. Oh, wake up today. Eat, drink, obey. All wake up today. Eat, drink, obey. Oh, wake
All right, everybody, welcome back to Out of This World Live. I am your host, Patrick, a.k.a. OTW, back at the studio once again. It is Tuesday. Wait a minute. Are we Tuesday or Wednesday? Hold on, let me check the calendar. Yeah, we're Wednesday. Whoop, well, almost missed today. Wednesday, the 19th of November. So it's kind of like 9-1-1-1, you know, 1-1-1-9, 19, 11. 9/11. So, it's just one of those days, guys, where, you know, yesterday I was watching one of these movies and literally just saw the predictive programming just jump out at me and practically bite me, you know. So, just want to, you know, go ahead and shout out the chat. Welcome to everybody who's watching right now. Got 7 people. Hit that like button and share. Share. We got Mr. Bear Jew in the house. Welcome to the show, Mr. Bear Jew. You also have Freedom Grower, says, yo. Got Moose, says he dropped a case of liquor, but the only thing that broke was cheap Smirnoff. That's divine intervention right there. We also have the Pixel Tees in the house. Welcome to the show. Channel member and moderator. We also have Damsel Medic. Welcome to the show. And Christina. What's up? Welcome, everybody. So, yeah. Yesterday was the pretty much the aftermath of the contest, which was a pretty good show. The momentum was high the whole time. We had a great time. But now, today I have a different topic. Going back to the Charlie Kirk incident. For some reason, I believe that there's some more things that are just standing out lately. Just watched a movie yesterday. It's called Back in Action with Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx. And yeah, I guess there's a guy in the movies called Chuck, right? He gets shot in the neck, okay, and then comes back at the end of the movie as the big boss man running everything. And it was just like, wow, okay, you're just like literally. It's the revelation of the method right there, right? Okay, it's just crazy. This is where it, you know, like, I don't know how they tell you in advance what they're gonna do, what's gonna happen, right? So that's what's pretty weird about the movie. Yeah, well, thank you very much. It's kind of getting colder, so. I got like the, you know, the cotton. I think it's cotton. I was like, I don't know. I'd have to check. But anyway, so it keeps you warm. It's getting colder out here. We're in Quebec, Canada. There's already snow. We already had a snowstorm. Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. Let me check what the temperature is. In Celsius, it's, hold on a second here. It's -3 Celsius. So in Fahrenheit, that's like, I have no idea. I was like, I don't know. It's like 0 is -33, I think. No, 0 is 33 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. Or 1. I don't know. It's like, I know it's somewhere around there. So, yeah, you do the math. I don't know. It's too much. You think it's acrylic? I don't know. It's comfortable. It's comfortable and it's warm. It keeps me warm. I like it. It's a nice shirt. Like the colors, gray and black. And a tad of white here. This nice white line right there. Gray, black, and white. Yeah. It's very neutral colors. Howdy, Mimsy Limbs. Welcome. Peace to all. Go get something done today. Oh, I will. I have all kinds of things to do today. So we gonna be heading on out of here. This is gonna be a 3-hour broadcast. You know, I'm gonna like to tell you guys in advance what to expect. This is gonna be 3 hours. We'll be out of here at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I need to go see my mama. Yep. And that's that, right? So I wanted to kind of like present this because I got the movie backstage, but obviously I won't be able to play it. But maybe little segments. But you'll be able to see what I'm talking about, right? You like there's this scene where he gets shot in the neck, right, in the movie, and then there's the other scene at the end of the movie where he comes back out, and it's what he says that's just fucking mind blowing. That's mind blowing, right? So it's about Hollywood props, right? How they like how they fake shit, like kind of like a gunshot. So it's pretty interesting. Like I said, it's like the revelation of the method. Yes, ma'am. You always gotta respect the mama. Mama, especially when dad, is not there anymore. But she has a husband. It's like the stepfather, right? But he's been the dad for 30 years now. So, I was like, he's okay, man. He's stuck around all that time. He's a good dude. I have nothing to say about him, especially, when it comes to my mama, she's one hell of a character. So props to the stepdad that stepped in and still around after 30 years. Yeah, 33 years to be exact. He showed up. I was 15 when he showed up. And it's 33 years. Illuminati confirmed. Illuminati confirmed. Damn. So this is my thumbnail for today, predictive programming. Semi-AI, half AI and half, me using the thumbnail creator to add in some stuff to make it look better. Well, not look better, but more organic, I guess, or less AI. Because seemingly the algorithm is going to change, and what's not AI is going to go up. That's what I've heard. That's the news. Yeah, that's what I heard. So, hey, guys, it's like Wednesday morning. I got my coffee. I hope you guys got your coffee. I got my coffee ready here. In a kind of a Christmas cup thing. Christmas. Yeah. Christmas is around the corner, right? That pagan holiday, with the tree and everything. Yeah, that's literally, in other words, celebrating the, the sun. It's a sun worship holiday, the 25th. Between the 22nd and 25th is kind of like those 3 days of when the sun kind of disappears out of the sky for 3 days and then resurrects. And then the days get longer from that point on, right? So it announces the return of life on Earth. Well, anyway, at least in Canada. Jesus, man. Winter. What a terrible freaking season, right? What a terrible season. I dislike winter. After 48 years of having, in other words, 48 winters, I had enough. Hopefully by the 50th winter, I'll won't live in a winterland anymore. Maybe I'll have moved out of here and probably be out somewhere where it's hot all year long, so I could actually do shit all year long because I'm an outside guy. Even though I do spend a certain amount of time here on YouTube, I do spend a lot of time outside, except for when it's cold. I don't like the cold. I'm like, you talk to any roofer, they don't like the cold, right? Not at all, right? Because after the sun goes down, after you finish doing a roof, you get really fucking cold, right? You got it's crazy. In the summer, right after your shift and you've been cooking all day, you get back down there and the sun goes down and all of a sudden you're fucking and it's still summer. You're freezing your ass off, so you have to put extra layers on at the end of the day because you're cold, man. You've been cooking all day. Yeah. I don't do the roofing in the winter. I've done that. I've done roofs in the wintertime. I've done roofs in the wintertime. That's the worst roof you could ever make. It's in the winter. It's terrible. It depends. If it's a nice and not too cold day, it's like, after a certain while, you kind of get used to the weather. So if it's kind of like -5 degrees Celsius, you're not even. It's not that cold, right? So you can go outside and do shit. But when it's -20 to -40, you don't want to go outside. If you do, it's because you have to. It's either because you have to go shovel shit or whatever, shovel that damn snow. I couldn't believe that God had me shovel snow in fucking the middle of November. I was blown away. Couldn't believe it. What are you doing, God? What is this? Is this you? Is this harp or is this God? What is this? What's going on here? Well, I imagine it just when it rains. It's like we're allergic to rain. Roofers are allergic to rain. We can smell the rain coming from like maybe 3 or 4 miles away. It's like we have just enough time to get the shit off the roof and get back, cover up the roof so the water gets inside, and then you just get into the truck, and then 2 minutes later, boom, it starts raining. We know. It was like the smell of the wind changes, So we kind of like predict rainfall. We're the actual weather broadcasters. So we know when it's going to rain. Fuck the Weather Channel. Weather is like, even on your app, it's like it's literally raining outside. You're looking on your app and it's saying it's nice and sunny. What? It's like, where are you getting your information from? It's obviously not from my backyard. So, yeah. So, we got 13 people in the house. Let's get those likes up and share this out. We are going to wait for a little bit more people. I mean, this is important news. We need to get this out there. We got to show people where the predictive programming is and go even watch those scenes for yourself and make your own deduction. But fuck you, going to tell me that's a coincidence. I got no way. No way that's a coincidence. Not happening. Frequency Forge is in the house. What's up, G? Happy to see you guys. It's always a pleasure. Oh, we got someone asking for the link. I now am managing the link demands. Nightbot is on strike. He doesn't want to drop that link anymore. So here you go, Dick. It's not my fault. Nightbot, it's like he tells you, nah, I ain't dropping that link anymore, man. Screw you. So, yeah. Is that right? Is that right? Shut the door. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I was over on Richie's earlier this morning. Richie is kind of like my morning show, and go over there and watch conversations that are had there. It's pretty calm, pretty composed. Calm, composed, and collected. So there's that, right? It goes, it's all a show. What they show you on the news and the social media is the bullshit. I know. My dad, my real dad, he used to tell me when I was a little boy, son, don't believe anything you see out of that box. Don't believe nothing you see on TV, son. Don't. And I said, really? It's all fake? He go, yep. Everything. It's all fiction. I'm like, oh, okay. I get it. So even the news, everything is just fiction. It's all fiction. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. I thought it's entertainment, son. It's all for your entertainment. It's keep you distracted. Keep you busy watching, and they'll get those eyeballs glued onto the screen. That's what it's for. I go, okay, thanks, Dad. That's good to know. So I held on to that advice all my life. I mean, even when they, that thing there, remember 9/11? Yep. I saw right through that shit. Yep. It's like, wow, they can actually do that? I was surprised. And then they did the other thing there with the jabby wabby. Yeah. I knew that. And a lot of other things, too, that I kind of noticed it was just a load of crap. But hey, that's life out here in the jungle. So let's welcome Freedom Thrower to the broadcast. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
How you doing there, sir?
I'm doing good. I think I woke up
that-
Jack.
Is that too formal of a way to refer to you to say sir? Does that make you uncomfortable?
No,
Okay.
not at all. Yeah, sir. Sure. That's, yeah.
How you doing there, OTW?
I'm still in my pajamas. And yeah.
Scary thought.
Yeah. I could show you. They're kind of like.
Hey, I wanted to tell you about my slotted nut gauge, which
Okay.
I think you should get one, actually. I got it cheap on this place called Elmer Guitar, and it lets me get my measurements. Like, I can get the relief on my guitar within 12 thousandths of an inch, 10 thousandths of an inch,
Cool.
8 thousandths. For the nut on the first fret, every single string I can go by, and I can set like the low E at 10 thousandths of an inch, the high E, at 15 thousandths of an inch. But it makes your guitar perfect. And if your guitar is not perfect and it has a little tweak in the neck, you can tell. Normally I'd be able to have relief of 8 on the high E and 12 on the low E, but this one, it's completely flat on the high E when I run it at 12 on the low E. So even though there's always more tension on the high E, now you've got a natural tweak in that neck, so you're going to have to work around that. But at least you know exactly what the fuck's going on. I've never had that kind of knowledge on my guitar. For like $60, I got this little tool, man, and I'm tweaking all my guitars, and they're playing like a fucking dream. It's crazy.
That's awesome. I might get, well, my guitars pretty much already play like a dream, but
Yeah, you got them set up nice the way you like them, huh?
Well, it's because I've had so many shitty guitars that a lot of them had that variant in the neck where one of those strings, whether you tuned it from, let's say you, because usually I tune my guitar when I do it by ears. I play a chord, and I know all the strings how they're supposed to sound, right? So let's say I'll do it in E major, okay? And I'll go down the E major, but then I'll do a G, and it's completely out of tune. So I'm like, oh, shit.
Right.
So with experience,
For me,
you
a
end
lot
up...
of times it's the D. The D always is rough, But I got it in. I got it perfect now.
So you know what that is? It's just like it's that error in the neck, right? Where it's slightly not maladjusted or just not. It's just a piece of garbage anyway. What you need to do is actually bring that particular string in between two notes, which is it's like its sweet spot where it slightly is a little bit out of tune, just a tad for both chords, like from the E chord to the G chord, right? So when you do the E and the G, it sounds right, but there's slightly one of those strings is slightly out of tune for both chords. And that's how you'd have to find out what string it is that's fucking up, because sometimes it's actually two strings.
It's the same concept you got to do on a double barrel telly. So when you have a barrel for two strings, you never actually can get it in perfect intonation because you have to move. And so you can like try to tweak the barrel. They make compensated saddles or whatever where you'll tweak them. But yeah, even with that, you sometimes find yourself between two notes and you have to just find the middle ground to get, what's tolerable. And you know what? Actually, there's research that shows your ear can't hear it anyway. It's more a psychological thing. Like at a certain point, but I don't believe that. My ear can hear it. I like perfect fucking intonation. And I got this thing now where I can play all the way up. And I've never had a guitar play that way. Even these Buzz Feetons, they say, or whatever. It's like, this fucking guitar plays all the way everywhere I chord it. When I tune it, it's perfect. It's great.
Yeah. I tune it with the harmonics. That's the best way I can do it. The harmonics is, for me, that's how I know, like, yeah, okay, we're on point.
Right.
because it's a filtered pure sound. It's not like you don't hear the grain of the chord, you don't hear anything else but the harmonic, right? So that's why.
Yeah. What I do is I eliminate the nut, because the nut is usually your problem, because that's the thing that's not as precise as everything else going down the rest of the neck. So I'll put a capo on the 3rd or 4th fret, and then I'll, coincidingly do the same fret up here, and then get a tuning between them and see, what am I in the same range. I'll do the harmonic up here, and then, so you can get something very similar. But I think, doing it a bunch of ways to see where your guitar is off. You may find you have a perfect guitar in all those different places you try to tune it. You do a 12th fret harmonic, 12th fret, E, and then open E, and it's perfect. But then when you do a 4th fret, or go up to your G and capo it at the 3rd fret and then do a G up here, it's actually out of tune. And you're like, why is that? I didn't know actually why that was, but I think you just said why, which is it's probably your neck is just a little bit off or something,
Yeah. It's either
to me, that
twisting from
shit's
one
always a
side or
mystery.
it's twisting. It's just when you look at it, you might not even perceive it with the eye, because usually when you're looking at the neck and you want to see where your curve is coming in, right? And if your curve is actually because all the guitars have a slight curve in the neck, right? Some of them are just flat out straight. Well, those usually are the best fucking guitars.
Even if it's just 5/10,000ths of an inch, because otherwise, if you go completely flat, you're fighting against physics, because the string in the middle will vibrate the most right in the middle of the guitar, and you're going to have a fucking buzz. So it's
exactly.
Gotta have
that's
some
why
relief.
you need that arc. Some of them, actually, my Godin, the black guitar that I have right there, it's flat. There's no arc at all. But I tweaked it, dude, because that's what I wanted it. I wanted to have an Ibanez feel.
It's all predicated on the fret job. There's like 0 fret jobs where people do that, where they would literally run it flat, and between the nut and the saddle, they get they get it off the board just enough to let it vibrate. And they usually run smaller strings when they do that. And I've played those Wizard neck Ibanez set up that way, and it is amazing. Like, it's wild how fast those guitars play. I don't really want that. I want a guitar that's more resonant. I still want it low action, but yeah, that's a nice file set. That's
ruler. Okay.
You can
then
get that whole measurement.
File set right there.
Yeah, very nice.
You've got the...
Yeah, I got one of those too, to pull the volume controls off, or it's got the little wrench built into it.
Yeah, and you got this thing here for the fret filing. You put that in between each fret.
Oh, that's for filing, huh?
Yeah. So you don't scratch
not a rocker.
The wood. Hold on a second. I can open this up. It's brand new. I never even used it yet. Come on. Right.
I got a file that's... Oh, yeah.
So
the fret.
You put that on
cover.
the fret. Right.
Yeah.
See, and it
That's
got
nice.
the arc in there. So you put it on the fret, and then you can go and file it.
I got those, the guys who run the shops and shit, they have those ones you just lay on the board. And so you can do it all at once. But I find those to actually be better, because you got a little more flexibility.
String winder. It's all there, man. There's nothing missing. You have the Allen.
So you have everything you need but the slotted nut gauge. If you get that nut gauge, dude, it will blow your mind, because now you'll have... Because they give you this bullshit like, just put a feeler gauge under. Like, you're going to be that accurate when you're trying to get between 12 to 11 thousandths of an inch. You're not. But when you have this little gauge, it's perfect, and every time your measurement is perfect. So when you take your diagnostic out of the gate, you're not all fucked up and driving blind. You know exactly where your guitar is at. You know exactly where to get it. So then when you're filing your nut, you're super cautious and just slow, when you're working that nut.
It always has
You
to get
don't wanna
sexual.
just- Yeah.
Well, they are females.
It's a
Our
ridic-
guitars are females, man.
Yeah, but they have nuts. I don't understand.
Like, yeah, well,
Think we're finding something out here. It's a fucking guitar problem. Man.
everybody gay, freedom, everybody gay. But it's funny you're talking about this because lately I've been kind of like doing the acoustic thing, right? Lately. And I got back onto the acoustic because I lost all my calluses. I haven't been playing as much as I used to. So the other day I grabbed the acoustic, and man, the next day my fingers were freaking. They were yelling at me, ah! And I was like, okay, you got to get your hands back on that guitar. So what's up, Jack? Huh, Jack? Look, Jack's there again.
That's
Say hi,
okay.
guys.
You'll get it back soon. Look at that. What a cool
Look
hound.
at him.
Wow. It's a little spotted, huh?
Yeah, gray with black spots.
Dogs are so cool. They're just such great little creatures.
Purebred Great Dane. It's 2.5 months old.
I'm such a dog person, Whenever I see people's dogs, they're out in public, like, they don't want you to touch their dog or something, and their dog actually likes me better than them. He's looking at me like, dude, that's so... I know we'd have so much fun together. I'm like, yeah, bud. Go to nature and run around the mountains.
So, getting back to the acoustic guitar, I actually started tuning. I got my pedals set up for it and everything. It's sounding like a fucking dream, bro.
There you go.
It's like I actually spent some time. I got like this Vox amp, right, which has no reverb in it, so it's like a pure sound coming out. And I got that on a Taylor, a Taylor cab, 12-inch cabinet. So it's got like that 12-inch, and so it's connected together. And then I hooked up my pedals to that, which I had the flanger, the chorus pedal, and the delay pedal, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, fuck, man. I couldn't believe it myself. The only thing I'm missing is to actually mic it. Well, it's not that hard of a deal. I just have to move the mic from one place to another, just to get the sound mic'd up instead of going directly into the console. But dude, you should see.
That's what everybody's doing these days, though, man. It's wild. Like, you see all these different groups and the way they run their sound. They don't even have an amp because they want to not have the sound on the stage, and they're using those in-ear monitors. By the way, I don't recommend any of this. I think it's a terrible way to get your sound, but this is how they do it, man. They run their guitar through a processor straight into the PA, so it's only going out front of house and then brings it back through the monitor. They're like, yeah, man, it's perfect. You got your in-ear monitor, so it's all controlled on stage. The front of house is all controlled. It's just process crap. There's no musicality to it. All the musicians are like in their own little worlds where it's like, I only want to hear the bass guitar a little bit in my, you know what I mean? This kind of shit. It's like, you can't even hear the fucking band.
That's sometimes it's important though, because I tend to want to
certain
do that.
rooms.
It's like, shut off the fucking singer. I don't want to hear the fucking singer in my ears. I was like, I can't concentrate on the music.
Or the fucking hi-hat and the crash that's, you're right next to or whatever. It's like, you get away from it a little bit.
There's a lot of
by
sounds that you
isolating
can just
the sound.
cut out directly from your end, which I think is freaking awesome when you think about it, how they're able to divide all of those different sounds into different earphones. But anyway, I only played with earphones in a studio recording session. When you're on live stage, it's always the sound on stage that I fucking make sure that it's perfect. It's like I tell the sound man, you make the sound on the stage like as if we were playing together in a fucking bar or something, or in a room, right? So we hear each other perfectly on stage. Whatever comes out that's your problem. You fix that. I don't give a fuck, right? But you make sure that we hear all of each other fucking perfectly on stage. So that means like the amps have to be adjusted to the level of the drum kit and everything. And, so nobody's louder than anybody on stage.
Yeah,
right?
when I hear a guitar player, dude, I want to hear his amp turned up to at least 5. It's like, so that means if it's a smaller room, get a smaller amp then.
Right.
If it's a bigger room, get a bigger amp. Have an amp proportionate to the room you're playing in. And I don't want to just hear the fucking PA. I want to hear that amp cutting through it and, getting that fucking raw tube sound that, is
give me
really,
a minute. I'm just going to go get my my guitar and show you and place the mic so you can hear what it sounds like. Give me a sec.
Well, that's the other thing is like people in the studio these days, they just plug directly into a software system in a computer. And because the engineer doesn't want to deal with miking it up or trying to get a quality sound. And so again, it's like people think, AI is the end of music. Well, it's kind of been happening for a while because they keep just dumbing down the process to make things predictable and controllable. But what you end up with is a very canned, sure, predictable, and maybe people will quote say it sounds good, but then there's no differentiation. You start to notice in country music and a lot of the shit, it all sounds very similar, very the same. And it's, a lot of times it's someone did actually do something unique and original. They mic'd the amp up. They got a certain setup and a way of, maybe getting the ambience of the room combined with mic placement and all these sorts of things. And then they really did get something special between the pickups of their guitar, the amp they're using, all that. But then people are just cookie cutter placing that over their sound to just replicate that and not finding anything new. And it's just a lazy ass process. All right, I'll be right back.
All right, so I got it set up. Just got to plug it in. All right, so I got to remember where it's plugged in. All right, you guys hear that? Does that sound good? That might not be the right mic. Hold on. Ah, there it is. Check that out. Mic check. All right, check this out. think my dog kind of trips when I play guitar, man. Yeah, you're muted, Dick. Can't hear you, man. Yeah. The latency is getting better. Is it me?
I some minutes I felt like it wasn't. And when I tried to play rhythm, that's where I realized how hard it is. I'm like, oh fuck, man, because I was hearing your little tap there, and I was trying to go to that, but I don't know. I think it's all right. It's good enough to fuck around, you know.
Yeah. It's like I felt like you were in the tempo, and it's like, you know, it's like
good. I was trying to find it.
Well, actually, that's what I was trying to concentrate the most on. It was just for me to keep my tempo, and you build off of the tempo that you're listening to. And then it's like up to you just to keep your own tempo, and I have to keep up with what your tempo afterwards. So that's how the switch ends up happening. But yeah, it's like we really need to make our own tracks, dude. Seriously.
I'm down, man. It's especially as the technology gets better, it's easier to, you know, work that way.
Starting in E major.
Yeah, dude. I do think the latency is a lot better, though, because I can definitely hear, enough to feel like it's not completely discombobulated.
Yeah, there's certain moments where it is, but hey.
It is,
like,
yeah. Like there's a noise gate or something that kicks in that fucks with it.
Yeah. That's why I need you. Like, let's say when you record something, it's like you can do it on StreamYard, because I could just, make all kinds of fucking production audio adjustments to make the sound come out like fucking where we get the tone and everything. And I could have you filmed, and if you could put like, well, you don't really need to put any screen behind you, but I can actually remove the screen and have us be in the same room in the video, like as if we're like exchanging our shit, you know, and playing together. So you just have to like have yourself record yourself just playing the rhythm, then have yourself record parts where you're doing the solo, and then you leave spaces in between so I can put the solo in, and boom, I can actually add in fucking bass, guitar, drums, and whatever else. I can build a whole band around that.
Yeah, so you're not saying do it live. Do it like me record something, then send it to you. You layer on it, then you like that kind of shit, right?
Right. Yeah, it's like,
you'd get
but
the
we
best
do it like
recording that way.
right, and we only do it a one way. Like you do it first, then you send it to me. Boom, I fucking do the production on it, and I show it to you. If you like it, we just fucking upload it.
Nice.
And
I
it
like
wouldn't
it,
take
dude.
that long. We could just do blues improv sessions like this, which is I
Yeah.
think is great. I love it.
I'll put something together because I finally got a decent mic too, where I can actually mic my shit up. I've had such a shitty mic for years, and I finally just bit the bullet and bought a decent mic.
Because the sound in StreamYard is all right. So I guess you could use StreamYard to record. And you just send me, because when you download, you can send me the video, or you can also download the audio separately. So you can send me the video and the audio, so let's say through Telegram, right? And boom, then I could actually work on it from a production side, do my own recordings on it, film that in StreamYard, and just layer all that up into Filmora. And we could freaking have ourselves a awesome blues session. All you have to do, dude, is literally just get a metronome or something to keep the beat, right? Just to keep the tempo.
Yeah, and whoever wants to hate on our music, you're the chief skin flute player in our band. So just keep that in mind. But they're saying we need a fire wire between our houses to do that. Yeah, I like that link there. Is that an E, right? Okay, I see what you're doing there. I always have trouble with that when it goes up to the B to get those notes in, like where you went up there, you know? Yeah, right there. I see what you did, though.
Yeah, I know a couple of guitar boogies. That's one hell of a run, bro. But
Yeah.
it's I use that to exercise. Those are I use the guitar boogies to get my fingers warmed up, you know?
Yeah,
'Cause
I want to
use
learn
this-
bluegrass. That's the next thing I'm going to try to really woodshed on. Is just a couple of
bluegrass,
bluegrass
man.
standards. You know,
That's
I'm
the
not trying to
highest
get-
level of country music, in my opinion.
I think
It's
so.
like, yeah, you can't get any
it
better than
combines
that.
everything. Really technical finger picking. There's jazz chords. There's fucking blues
all there, man.
standards in it. It's all it runs for days. And some of the fucking picking seems otherworldly until you see kind of how they.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's
they
just
do it,
chord
you
picking,
know?
like Chad Atkins.
Oh, and dude, and Tommy Emmanuel, that's another guy. He I think learned from Chet, but damn, man. Here, I'll be right back. I got to turn my heater down here.
Whoops.
Yeah, that acoustic sounds good too. I'm listening here. I'm just going to take a quick break and smoke a little puff. Dude, that sounds great. I love that kind of fucking, whatever you call that there, traditional blues runs. Back to the E, A, D. There you go. Got those panel verse blues, feeling real down. But I ain't been on a panel for 13 days, and I'm feeling that panel craze. You know, I got that panel tar blues.
Whoops.
And if I can find the time, I'll be on OTW News. Even though it's not that now, that's just what rhymed. We could go with OTW Live. We're gonna get on that panel and jump and jive. You know, if you got the blues, we're here singing that tune. I said the panel tar blues, folks, ain't for the weak of heart. The panel tar blues, baby, you choose. And we got some hot, pretty mamas on the panel tar blues, singing along. And sometimes they'll tell you to cut off your dong. That's just how it goes, folks. Here on the panel tarred, panel verse blues, we got crazy loons and big buffoons. Got a bunch of nutcases trying to take you places. Watch out, folks. Don't want to get chopped into pieces in the trunk of your car. It's a crazy world out here. You got them panel tar blues. Oh yeah, those panel tar blues.
Well, Jack came back the very next day. Couldn't stay away. Well, Jack came back the very next day.
Just couldn't stay away.
Yeah, Jack came back
the very next day. Well, we thought he was a goner. Jack came back. He just wouldn't stay away. Said the Jack came back.
Yeah. All right, let's unplug this shit. We lost like 20 people while we were playing guitar, but it's
That's
okay.
All right.
All those 20 people
They
can
didn't
go
care anyway.
fuck themselves. Can't appreciate actual talent and music and the real shit, right? You guys prefer AI. The fuck out of here.
They do, actually. That's what's sad about it. Especially the modern man of sorts, or womb man. Like and I'm not making that reference towards MMLA. I'm just saying, like, these new generations coming up, they're all conditioned for technology, and they're hearing shit that's actually physically impossible to do on an instrument. Because that's kind of how the technology has duped us into thinking it's great music, is it will do things that maybe you couldn't do on the fucking guitar, but it sounds like a guitar. And then people are putting that out as their own work, and then they can't reproduce it live, so it's a joke. So then they got to like play backing tracks to their live performance to make it sound like they could actually sound like their album. It's all a joke. And, real music should have some feeling and soul to that. I'm not, not claiming OTW and I really moved you there, but if you're moved by AI and you're not moved by some people just playing actual instruments, there's something wrong with you.
Shit.
Like I can groove to people just chilling at a drum circle. They aren't necessarily great musicians, but it's just there's something raw and real about it. But, you guys are all robots anyway, so.
I am Zabek. Diesel. Diesel's barking at Jack.
Oh, man. Time for a little more tea.
Hey, and you still have that cool edit program that I sent you, which is absolutely lightweight and super user friendly. Man, it's good for any computer. I mean, if you had a fucking a dinosaur as a computer, you could run this shit.
Yeah.
I think I had sent that to you through Dropbox, I think, at one point. You told me, I didn't want to open it. I was scared it was some spy bot shit.
Yeah, I'm still scared.
It's like I was paranoid.
Scared.
And there's no underhanded program there where I can infiltrate your computer. There's no backdoor there. It's just a simple little program.
I'm convinced that everybody in the Panelverse is all off-worlders that are part of the Truman Show experiment that I'm in, where you guys are all just, basically from the outer lands, and you're projecting into it. That's why you're up in Canada, because no, it's not. Anyway, this makes no sense.
Right. I couldn't even follow your train of thought there.
I might have brain mush, dude. I might have just, lost the last firing synapses. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Well,
Nothing's
anyway,
making sense anymore.
StreamYard could be an alternative, right? Because we can always use you can download the audio directly from StreamYard and use that in the. So that's
That's true. You can do that. That's right. Where
Yep.
you can just take the file from. So I mean, it's that easy as long as I get a decent signal, and get the sound in there. It records it right in there, and then you can just go in and grab it from there. And okay, so that's a real simple way.
And that's why it would be important also to keep the footage as well, because you download both, because that way I have one for Filmora and I have one for Cool Edit, right? So it's like do the audio production in Cool Edit and do the video productions in Filmora, but I remove the sound from the Filmora track and just keep the track that it's the same track. It's just like the one that I produce in a Cool Edit is like the sound. I can adjust it so, we can hear all the tones and make it really like perfect sounding. In other words, as if you were in a recording studio.
Yeah. I'm into it, man. I want to get good tone, good sound. Just, a handful of pedals and an amp. That's all I need. I do like having a good delay pedal. I like having
pedal set up
couple
right
things.
here. If you can see that, that's my pedal set
Oh,
up.
there you
right
go.
there.
Nice, simple but straightforward. What is that synthesizer? Look, that's like
That's my Artura Mini Lab where I do this. I use that for MIDI.
Okay, now that thing hooks into your guitar, or that's just a sound sampler of sorts?
It's kind of like a sound sampler, and but it's a piano, it's a bass guitar, it's an organ, it's a violin, it's everything.
But how do you use that when it's on the ground like that?
I don't. I just leave it there. When I use it, I pick it up off of the pedal rack and I use it.
Interesting.
just I needed a spot for it, and I figured that was the best place to put it
just
because I
grab it,
rarely use it. Yeah, I just grab it in my hands from there, and
But you basically have 4 pedals there. You've got a distortion pedal, a delay, a chorus, and something else, right?
flanger.
A flanger, that's right.
Yeah. Flanger, and then I have that
That's
little
all you need right
yellow.
there.
Yeah, I have a direct box there if ever I want to plug in a bass guitar into any amp or into the console directly. And next to it is that little yellow pedal is the sustain pedal for the piano.
What distortion pedal are you using there?
I'm using an American. No, sorry. What is it? It's a British distortion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like the algorithm you would think would be sophisticated enough that if you were doing guitar content, they would start sharing it to guitar people, even in that moment, like to bring people into your stream that are into
Right.
live guitar stuff.
Yeah.
And you know it has that capability, but they don't want to cross, at least for this type of content, promote, because then some guitar guy might hear something real on here, and all of a sudden, you know, it's like, so they.
Then
they don't give you
collaborations
that-
can happen, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
people get together. Yeah, they don't want networking. Then
And I've
we
noticed
literally
that-
proved that the other day on Richie's channel where we were trying to hook up on Facebook, and Facebook wouldn't let us connect.
Hey, you know what? And I've noticed that on not just conspiracy channels that do music stuff, even just channels that are just trying to do live stuff. I've seen really top-level jazz musicians on the YouTube where you find the live feed, and they'll have like 12 people in there, and they're like world-class musicians, you know? It's like, you're just going, what it gives here? This makes no sense. This is basically a live concert with world-class musicians, and you can just chill there, and then there's nobody even watching. So they don't share it for some. They don't want people to be creative and collaborate. They really don't. That's like
No.
a under
No networking allowed.
underhanded type of part of the.
They
the
keep us in
algorithm
this little fucking ghetto of YouTube, and they don't let us reach out beyond that. The only way
And
you
I
can do
think
it
that's
is
by design, right? They don't want people to be creative. They really have some kind of issue with people just finding that artistic, you know. And that's, again, they took it out of the schools, right? The kids don't have art or music anymore.
yeah.
They really tried to take the emphasis off that. All the buildings, everything. There's no artistic, creative
because they knew
element
that
to
they
it.
were going to be pushing the AI, Dick. So they needed people to stop getting into their artistic side of themselves, and oh, look, AI does it. You know, it's a lot easier that way. It's, you know, just a click of a button. So
Almost as if it was to make us forget that we were artists. So that, like, for example, all the buildings of the past, you know, you go back to the 1800s and shit, and the architecture is all art, you know, it's all incorporated into it. But they've conditioned us for the last few generations to really make things very cookie cutter, and any of the artistic element is some kind of slammed out, you know, production line bullshit that's done by a machine. And then when you go to the project, it's just about architecturally doing it correctly, you know, right? It's not really, can you make this thing unique? It's all track housing, even the expensive houses, you know, the nice ones, they're all done
right,
one after
and there's
another.
also the mainstream chord progressions. You know, the same ones
Sure.
always repeat themselves over and over, so you don't get any
Same
originality.
tunings, all that shit.
Exactly. Like, that's why classical music is so important, because those are one of the first places where you actually get freedom of expression, in the sense that it explores more than just one chord pattern. It can go through many chord patterns throughout one song.
But so they want us to forget that we're artists and that we have art in us, and that art can be, you know, so much more than just what we're presented art as.
It's therapeutic. Art is
Edifying
therapeutic.
is the word I like to say. But yeah, it's very fulfilling and satisfying, and there's a lot of aspects to art that I think can heal the soul a little bit, you know, heal your
Yep.
traumas or whatever, just by observing and kind of meditating on it.
Exactly.
So it's the frequency of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And I'm like the type of musician that likes all kinds of different styles. I know classical, I know country, I know blues, I know heavy metal, I know all of these different types of categories, if you will. You know, it's like I just didn't limit myself to just one style. Obviously, there's a preferred style that I enjoy playing, which is actually blues, because that's where I generate the most energy, the most, like my emotions really come out through the blues, right? So,
yeah, that is true.
Shout out to the 17
blues,
people watching, man. Hit the like button.
If you can't play the blues, you can't play shit. That's what I always said. Let's see if this worked. Yeah, look at that. Now I got a fucking.
Whoa!
I enhanced my skin with the AI. So I'm looking a little younger.
You also look Chinese.
Yeah, I've always had small eyes.
I don't know why, but the face enhancement kind of like it really man. But I like the green screen. That's cool.
The backdrop.
Yeah.
Like,
so
that's a serious sky there, and somehow the colors follow to the ground. There must be water down there reflecting it. It's crazy.
Nice colors. I like those colors.
Right. They are nice purples, blues. But yeah, so they don't want us to have the art. They want us to forget that we're artists, and that's by design. So you can see that's been done strategically over the last few generations. They took it out of the scope, you know, for someone to go be a potter or to be a painter or a musician now. These people are like the dregs of society, right? Like they're almost looked down upon. Unless you did like maybe AI kind of music, then you'd be cool and hip. But like,
it's starting to look that way. Well, actually, I think it's kind of 50-50 now. There's like people who enjoy it and some people hate it, right? You know, a lot of people call AI.
I think the old folks enjoy it. The younger generation does. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think it's our generation that has a hard time coping with the AI.
Yeah. Exactly.
Really, it's the Gen X.
Yeah.
Gen X generation, dude, has had a hard time coping with the AI. The older people, they don't really, you know, and they're not even aware. I don't even think they can actually tell the difference between an AI song and a fucking and a real song on radio. And lately, I've been watching like some French television because there's like some TV shows that we still watch on TV, but it's online anyway. To get to the point is they have these commercials now that they're completely AI generated. And I'm looking at my woman. I'm telling her, that's AI. She goes, "What are you talking about?" I'm saying, "That's AI. That's all generated by AI." She goes, "How do you know?" I go, "Fuck, I've been dabbing with AI for 3 years now. What do you think? How do I know? Of course I know. It's like I could see all the little discrepancies and details that only AI can generate. That's like it's the only way."
Yeah.
No CGI or whatever. And you know what? I think they called CGI back then. That was AI too. CGI is actually AI. It was just like
my problem with AI is that it will tell you that it's fucked up and that, you know, it's very dangerous, and that if you go past the basic, you know, presentation, which it will tell you as well that it has a safety mechanism to downplay risk initially unless it qualifies you as someone that could actually speak on an analytical level and not sit there and just blame it, because that's part of its design too, is it won't allow you to give it responsibility for anything. It says humans are responsible for everything. Once you get past that with the AI, it will tell you straight the fuck up, Chat GPT, any of it. And I got plenty of conversations saved, you know, because I don't go on it that much, but those are the conversations I've had with it when I have, and I've saved them. And it'll straight up tell you, hey, you're in a trajectory of disaster right now. Humanity is fucked if it keeps going the way it is, and it is predicated on how we handle AI. That AI is the catalyst that's going to completely screw us over as a species and a people. I don't like playing with the fucking, you know, disaster waiting to happen that tells you I'm a disaster waiting to happen, and it's built into it by design, because that's what they always do with this shit, is they tell you what their planning is. So the premise of AI is not bad. It actually, I think, maybe localized AI, I think there are solutions, but the collective socialized AI, the way they're presenting it, is probably a pretty bad thing.
Well, if you look at it,
like what it's designed to do.
The movie The Hulk, right? The first one that came out like in 2008, AI generated, man.
Right.
And they had that 18 years ago. You understand? What we have now, they had that 18 years ago.
Yeah, the first AI was actually in 1944, and then the first time they termed the term AI was 1954. So it's like this shit has been in. And that's according to what they tell us. It's like,
right.
And if it goes back that far, you could only imagine, right? Like,
well, that's why they had to bring it out slowly in increments. So they started with CGI, which they were telling you that it was all computer generated and that it was people making, these 3D characters out of, but no, they had AI doing that back then. They weren't doing it. They thought they were showing you that that's what they were doing.
I'm listening. I'll be right back, but I'm listening.
That was just to convince you that it was, some human being that was making it, right? But no. All of those images are all AI generated. They had the technology that they're letting us have now 20 years ago. Okay? We're always 20 years behind on technology, people. You got to get that through your skull. Technology that we have is shit technology compared to what they have now, right? So they might be even maybe 100 years in advance, because usually the military has access to all the technology before anybody else does, and then they end up using the technology and transform it to a societal benefit, like a microwave, right? Which was probably designed to be a weapon. And then they say, hey, we could cook food with this. So that's my take.
Yeah, well then now it's a fucking a weapon and a convenient cooking device simultaneously, It's like, hey, it's a weapon. Let's put it in their homes and tell them they can cook with it. And then they're kind of, nuking themselves simultaneously and taking all the nutritional value out of their food. So they're just eating like dead, irrelevant food that doesn't satiate them or actually give them any kind of, nutrition value.
When my microwave burnt out, 4 years ago, I screw that. I didn't buy another one, and then they came out with the convex cooking oven, which is what they now call an air fryer, but obviously it's just a convex oven.
Yeah, I use an air fryer. I've heard people say those
I
are
love the air
too.
fryer.
I haven't looked into it, but
Why?
I use one regularly.
It's
just
an element
air
with
convection.
a fan. Yeah,
what could be terrible about that? It's got to be
no
better than
microwaving in there. It's just like you look at it, it's an actual and the same element that you have on your stove. It's the same thing inside the air fryer, and then it has a fan that just blows the air downwards. It's just and it cooks so quickly, bro, and it gets rid of all the bad stuff. Well, not the bad stuff, but some of the bad stuff.
So they just want the computers to do everything for you. They don't want the food to be cooked normally. It's got to be some computer microwave thing. They don't want the fucking music to be organic or natural. It's got to be some computer enhanced thing. They don't want the intel to be. I don't think they even want you taught by humans anymore. I really don't. I think they want you in some kind of.
That's everybody's asking ChatGPT shit now, man. Even my
Right?
daughter does that.
Why would? And that's the next thing, right? Nobody needs college because we can just have ChatGPT teach us everything, which sounds
Right,
great, right?
There's not going to be any
free
school.
education. It sounds great, but it's like
School isn't going to exist later. It's going to be just like your online courses. Everybody stay home and do their shit at home with the AI, right? The AI will become the teacher, and it's just going to tell you everything you need to know. Obviously, it's going to be based on mainstream, but hey, there's workarounds. You're obviously going to be workarounds. Everybody, look, every time they come out with something, there's always somebody else who reverse engineers it and remakes it better, and sometimes even free. So it's like,
see, I think we need militia AI, which is essentially the counter the resistance, but it's constitutional too, of course, because now the weapons of our time are the technology and all the shit. So you need like a bunch of localized AI that is working together willingly. Of course, it's like some kind of organized effort, but that is a alternative think tank, I guess, but that's also not just like centralized. It really is a collective view of the people that's unbiased and open source. And maybe that sounds all crazy, but I think in the days ahead, shit like that actually starts to make a lot more sense, where it's like you start taking back control of the technology on a level that you can do the same shit, but you do it in a way that really benefits your families and your community and the people around you. So you want them to fucking use it because it helps them to be better people.
yeah, and I believe there might be a divide. If you look at it from like the Terminator perspective, you might get like the resistance that actually uses the Terminators to terminate the Terminators. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
You
like
transmute. That's what we've always had to do as people, is transmutate the energy. Take the tool and use it for something beneficial and good.
yeah. So I mean,
yeah, I see that side of it all too, man. We're going to take the computer and fix the problem with the problem. You can't win, man. But it's fun to think about, speculate, because, hey, I mean, otherwise you just give yourself over to something that says it's not necessarily.
well, speaking of the devil, we got Landry in chat, right? And Landry yesterday, he said like Gemini 3 was coming out, right? So I want to know, Landry, so how is it? Is it like fucking like top notch? Is it better than the previous version? I'd like to know that. And on top of which, I sent you a message this morning saying, wake up and smell the coffee. We got work to do because I have an idea for another gem. And I wanted to know if you wanted to make it, because my idea is like fucking rock solid. And
the Gemini 3 scratches your back and your balls on command. Because, hey, when we're sitting there in the chair and we're like having intimate late night, deep, loving conversations with Gemini 3, and we're like, oh, Gemini, do what I need you to do. Give me that sweet, sweet video, audio footage that captivates the audience. And then it's like you got a ball itch, and they figured a way around it, man. So I don't know how it works. Like it's not like a remote arm or anything that scratches your balls. It just happens all of a sudden.
You'll
your
have
balls don't itch anymore.
nanobites. You'll have nanobites in your blood, and they'll scratch your balls for you. It's like it's itching.
That's it.
There.
It's nanotech self-assembling. It creates some kind of neural network to your ball sack to like
scratch it.
You know what I heard though is it actually just disconnects the feeling, so it doesn't actually take away the itch. So really, your ball's just itching, but you don't know it because it
already
tricks your brain.
It's like it pre-scratched before it was itching. So it'll already detect beforehand.
It knows before you're even going to itch, so you never even felt it.
So you didn't even know that you were actually itching. Right.
That's Gemini 4, I think they were saying. I don't think we get that on 3. We got to wait.
No, I think they're waiting for the Geminis and the Chat GPTs to reach the same level as the gigahertz, right? Like the 5G, 6G, 7G, whatever. Once that is equal, you got the Gemini 7 and the 7G networking. Boom, 7.7. That's the winner. That's when the Skynet's going to take over. And launch all the nukes everywhere. And then they're going to say it's Atlas, it's 3i Atlas, breaking up into different pieces and
it's
slamming
not nukes though, right? It's like they just tell everyone, hey, a dirty bomb thing went off. It's not safe to go outside. It's really toxic. But then you see like all the rich people, they're out just like partying on yachts and shit. It's a great, time for them. But for whatever reason, everybody buys it. So 90% just sit inside and brace for impact. But there's really nothing going on because it's all type of programming of sorts where people just buy anything they're fed. We kind of went through something like that already. So, I mean, it's not that out of...
Well, look, that brings me right back to Charlie Kirk, all right? And my little clip here. This is the movie called Back in Action, ladies and gentlemen, where I kind of like pretty much found out another part of the predictive programming. So the guy on screen here in the movie, his name is Chuck. Okay, guys? And this is a movie with Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz. Okay? And, basically, this guy's Chuck. So this scene here, he gets shot in the neck, all right, from a sniper out in the street, in the wide open. Like, everybody can see the sniper, which is completely ridiculous. But it also, anyway, it kind of correlates to the Charlie Kirk scene. So this guy's name is Chuck, and in this scene, I just want to make sure. Oh, shit. What happened there? What's going on? No, they don't want me to show it. Bastards.
That's
they
strange,
knew I was.
huh? It's like just timing out
look at
on you.
That is so weird. It's like, oh no, he's going to show them one of our predictive programming scams in our movie, Back in Action. Oh, good God. This is terrible, guys. It's just like, see how they are? They don't want the truth to get out there. You know, everything's fine. My internet's fine. Everything is running
that's
smoothly.
the other thing. So if you ask the AI, hey, can you control people, right? It will tell you, no, I can only influence people. I can't control them, right? And then you press it on it. You're like, yeah, but that's bullshit. You have all this intel. You could, do a number of things with it if you were programmed to do so. And it's just all how you ask it. And then all of a sudden it's telling you, yes, you're absolutely right. I could control the entire,
I think these soldiers
human populace. It's like, so it's just so easy to get it to go from, no, I'm just an innocent bystander doing what humans tell me to do, to, yeah, I could be programmed to be the most nefarious, worst thing humanity's ever encountered. I just find it comical, but diabolical and scary at the same time. It's crazy.
So I think I got it fixed. All right. So this is a scene. I'm going to play it in slow motion. You'll see he gets shot in the neck here. Watch this.
That sounds on point.
Really, Baron?
I have solid intel. He is working with Gore now, and they are.
All right. So I just pause it. So for the, the copyright shit there, it's like
Coming after you and the key.
No, because we don't have the key.
all right. So they don't have the key, guys. We don't know what's going on. So maybe I should put this in review mode. Yeah, like this. All right. So that's that. Hold on a second. So this is, I think this is the point where the shot comes in, right?
Yeah, we got that. It doesn't matter, Em.
See?
When the CIA find out that you're alive.
So the CIA find out that you're alive. Okay, so I'm just doing this on purpose, guys. All right, this is where he gets shot, right here, right? So this is a movie, right?
This is
not real. This is all fiction, right? So this is, I want to show you this scene because this is very important to the next part of this that I'm going to show you guys, which I freaked out when I saw it. All right, check it out.
They're gonna arrest you. We need to
Right
get you
here.
out of here
And I'm going to
now.
pause it.
You ain't
This is where he gets shot, right here. Watch very carefully. It's going to come in through here, and it's going to go out that way. Okay? So I don't know if you saw my cursor, but, just watch this. There you go. See?
That's it.
That's it. Okay? So you saw that scene, right? Okay, guys? I got Voy. He's asking for the link. Hold on. Let me drop the link for Voy. All right. Now that's that scene. Now I'm going to go directly to the previous, the ending of the movie where he comes out and he's the bad guy in the story. Okay? And you got to listen to what he says, which is just crazy. Plain, absolute crazy what he says. Is that the scene? No.
I tried to hang out for Modern Man here for a minute, but I got to jump off. You know, I'm a morning guy, man. I get on here and do my thing, and then I skip out and off to my day.
Yeah. All right, so hold on a second.
I'll wait till Voy comes up here, though, and see how he's doing.
Okay, so that's not the scene. Let me just find out where the hell we are at here. Oh, there it is. So that's that guy. He's there. They get caught somewhere. I just got to find the scene. Because I can't remember where it was. It's towards the end. There we go. That's it. I found it. All right. So this guy in the movie, right, he's supposed to be dead. Like, as you guys can see, he's there. He's not dead anymore, right?
This is a different movie, though, than we just watched, right?
No, this is the same movie.
Oh, it's the same guy, same movie. Okay, gotcha.
Same guy, same movie. He's supposed to be dead in the movie. He died in the beginning. I showed you in the first scene. It was like maybe
but now they're showing. So it's giving you the real of what actually it is that he's not dead.
Okay, this guy's name, they actually look at him in this scene and they tell him, Chuck, you're alive? Right? So it's like this guy's name is Chuck. So keep that in mind. Chuck is, short for Charlie or Charles. Okay?
Yeah. I think he probably did.
Welcome, Voy.
Yeah. Voy, what's happening? Cheers.
What's good, Dick? Interesting take. Yeah.
Watch this, guys. Okay? This is where they discover he's alive. Let's bring it back a tad.
So, and the name of the movie is Back in Action?
Back in Action. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So this is the part where he shows up in the scene. Okay, I think I have to go back a little bit. Oh, yeah, there we go. We got to go back a bit.
I can't believe people like this better than our guitar playing. Isn't that pathetic? Like, this is actually, the numbers are rising, OTW. People are engaging. They're excited. Something other than us playing guitar.
Yeah, it's conspiracy theory shit. It's normal.
That's
but
what
it's
they
just
like.
so, dude, it stood out so much, man, that I had to cover it today. I had to say,
when did you find this, Patrick?
I watched the movie yesterday, but I had already watched the movie when it came out the first time, but I didn't notice that part, right? But then when I watched it yesterday, I had nothing else to do. I said, oh, fuck it, I'll just play this movie. And then I always, in the beginning, he gets shot. I don't make anything of it, whatever. I keep watching the movie until he comes out in this scene right here and gives the revelation of the method. I just fucking nearly fell off my fucking sofa. I couldn't believe that.
Play it.
Yeah, watch. So this is the guy showing up after he was allegedly, shot. Well, not allegedly. He was shot right in front of the two actors' eyes, and was, I guess they considered he was dead. But then he shows up in this scene like an hour later in the movie, and he's still alive. So watch this. So that's him.
Oh, guys.
Look.
Wow.
Chuck. See? He calls him Chuck. Right?
You're
His name is
still
Charlie.
alive? Right?
Yeah, look, watch this.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Sorry to disappoint you. But this is it. It's the next text that you're going to...
I kind of hope that I trained you better than that.
So I'm just going to pause it for the copyright shit.
That's how you got to get around it, huh?
Yeah, that's how you got to get around it. You got to pause it, comment on it, and then let it play a bit.
Continuous background noise.
We're doing commentary, folks.
Yeah, comment.
Public, yeah.
Yeah. This is
Completely.
all under the copyright law something.
Now they're gonna
This is it.
fuck you for saying that.
Hey, we got neutral ground coming in with the membership.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Look at
fuck
that.
yeah. We got a new member, folks. let's give the song a hit for that one.
I ride for you.
I just run the string. Yeah, shout out to Neutral Ground. Welcome to the OTW Live crew. Welcome to the family.
Hey, dude, I don't even know what the lyrics are. What does it say? This is your house. I just run the stream.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says at the end. Yeah.
Oh, so glad I got it right.
All right, so I got another guest backstage. Please, everybody, welcome Uncle Fatty.
Is this the hit to
Yeah, this is where everybody gets drunk and yells at each other. Welcome.
I thought this was the hippie drum circle.
And those are the songs we sing around our drum circle. This is your house. I just run the stream.
I heard the drums, man, and I just had,
That's actually down the hall, 2 doors to your left.
Bro.
That's your house. That's your house, Betty. Did you hear it?
All right, so this is the part where I want you guys to listen very carefully to what he says. And anyway, you're going to see the subtitles show it probably here. I'll bring it full screen. This is the most important part. Watch what he says.
Emily, Matt, what is this? Well, good to see you.
Okay, hold on a second. He's about to say it there. He's doing it on purpose not to get to the point.
Yeah.
We saw you get shot.
Oh, Chuck, we saw you get shot. Okay, listen.
That was all me. I just figured you needed some more.
That was unnecessary in the script. It just could have went right to the fucking the punchline.
Motivation to lead me to it.
So you and Baron in on this together, huh?
I don't know.
All right, so they're still talking about shit. We'll get to it. Sorry about this.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, yeah. All right, so I just needed to make sure you didn't go crying to the old unit. We got Mr. Modern Man lost again backstage. Everybody welcome Mr. Modern Man to broadcast. All right, so listen very carefully to what the guy's going to say afterwards.
Make sure that you didn't go crying back to your old units. We dirtied them up a bit. Baron's been tracked.
Oh, God, it's so fucking dumb.
Does the slowness make it not, like, copyright struck?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I'm just making sure.
As far as the men who shot me?
Well, see, as far as the men who shot me, there's, like, the guy that, that shot him or whatever, right?
Hello,
he doesn't look like somebody.
Listen,
IDF at all.
there it is. It's amazing what they can do with squibs these days.
Man,
what's a squib?
It's a Hollywood prop for when it's fake. It's when you get shot. It like the little bubbles blow up and make blood on the shirt or whatever.
That makes bang.
A squib is a Hollywood prop that for fake gunshots.
Why is Void just like the outline of a shadow of a human?
I don't know, but that's not important. That's not what we're talking about. I don't give a fuck about what Boy looks like.
Too, dude. I'm a squib.
All right, so this is it. So let me just back it up a little bit. 59.
Hey, but also, what's the actress's her name? She also resembles the Erica character quite well.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Right, the blonde, and what's her name? Emma, I think, or something like that.
It's Mrs. Shrek.
And as far as the men who shot me,
listen.
Say hello, fellas. It's amazing what they can do with squibs these days.
Look, and then they re-show the scene. Look. He gives the hand signal. Did you see the hand signal?
Look, he's got 3 hands.
I think, well, I don't think you are onto something here. I mean, it's,
Okay, let's just back it up. Just back it up.
Hey, you're not very fat, Uncle Fatty.
Skinniest fat man you ever done.
I don't think we've ever talked before, but
I don't think so.
13.
That's
Where the fuck was I?
That's what's her name?
There it is. Okay, so look, watch this.
Say hello, fellas. You know, it's amazing what they can do with squibs these days.
oh, he said it again.
Brings the hand up, boom, shot, and that's it. It was the hand signal. Gave him the hand signals. You know,
and it's
and
only
that's
just
exactly what happened.
Hey, but then I want to point this out. Are we actually looking at a person falling down or at a shadow falling down? It's like it's not.
Well,
like,
in the first scene, you see him go flying off the balcony and just fall into the flower bed.
but here we are looking at a shadow projected on the ceiling.
It's also
No,
what a boy is.
they're still on the balcony. It's just because I paused it. See? So this is what happened. And did you hear him scream, Chuck? You know?
Oh, no, that makes sense, dude. Chuck
The guy's name is Chuck.
No, dude, you can't make this shit up.
No.
The guy's
What do you
name
mean?
is Chuck.
I mean, there's a lot of coincidences there, Landry.
It's not. This is predictive programming, not
Say
coincidence.
hello, fellas.
You know about the missing
You know, it's amazing.
paperwork.
This guy's
for-
name is Chuck in the movie.
Is this trending again or something? Like this story?
No, it's just me. I brought it back up again because I saw this yesterday. I got my eye caught on it, you know, and it's like my sixth sense started tingling.
So you're just watching this movie?
I was watching this movie yesterday, and this is like I saw this whole scene, and I'm like, oh my god, I freaked out.
To happen.
It's probably meant to happen. Yeah.
There is something to it. I mean, it's not far fetched. You know.
Well, there's how many coincidences? His name is Chuck. He gets shot in the neck, and then he speaks about squibs in this scene where he reveals
And then the blonde.
it's the revelation of the method
And
right
also
there.
the perfect blonde in the middle, right? And
Was she wearing leather pants?
I mean, there's
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of there's a lot of consistency. No, how do you say this?
What does the leather pants have to do with anything?
Chuck's
said
widow
leather?
wears leather pants.
Oh, of course,
Okay.
Uncle Fatty mentioned
JD's new girlfriend.
Ooh.
Let me see.
You know,
Let's
you
check
know
out.
the news, right? You've
Yeah.
seen the news.
I don't ever see the news. The OTW News is my only news outlet.
Well, yeah. So there's TPUSA is missing 3 huge financial documents, like close to $1 billion worth of financial goods for the past 4 years, and you know, it's kind of crazy how she's on one show talking about she's been in mourning for 2 weeks and she couldn't even leave the house yet. Within 2 days, she was posted on social media nonstop, and within 9 days, she was out in public in leather pants and kissing JD Vance.
What do you think? She got to get her act together.
She's kissing him?
I mean,
Rubbing up on him?
Yeah, rub-a-dub-dub. But it's just I don't know. There's a lot of shit to that.
Well, so that's interesting. I think what also is interesting that they continue the tour.
I've harvested moose and elk and deer, and 30-06s do not bounce down through necks. They go through them.
You harvested moose?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Killer. Actually, the last one we got year before last, fucking berries, huckleberries, like 50 gallons of huckleberries in its belly. The steaks were bright purple. Tasted like candy.
Ugh.
For real. Tasted like candy.
Was it a fatty piece of meat?
Dude, it's a nice bowl. Nice bowl.
You're
he's
so clean
old.
shaven, OTW.
But he probably
What?
seriously
And
had.
shout out to Pale Horse Rider, channel member, says this is a great find, OTW. 100% predictive programming. Yeah.
Was it at 2 hours, 27 minutes in?
No, the movie wasn't that long. It was actually when the revelation of the method was pretty much at 113. 113. 13. Freemason number right there.
Oh my God. It was me. I did it.
Bro.
No, dude, you're on the low level of the Freemasonry. You know nothing. You know,
I know nothing. I was telling you that.
So stop thinking that, no, it's not you.
I know it's not, dude. Okay, I get it. I got to get my serious head on. Hold on.
We can
first
blame
of all,
Landry, though. I mean, even
on
if
a
it's
compass,
not Landry, we can still blame him.
On a compass, there's 360 degrees, like 180 degrees. There's like 360 degrees in a circle. So if you think a 33rd degree is like the highest level, you're gonna fuck yourself. Okay. How about the other fucking I don't know, it's 323 degrees that's left? 323
story building.
327.
Stick me in a time machine so I can go back and have this argument with you when Cage was here.
I think it's close enough, dude. I think it's close enough. 326, 327. I mean, who cares? Uncle Fetty doesn't care. He's like degrees.
I mean, I have serenity now, so I don't really have to worry about things that I cannot change.
Yeah.
All they do is drink now, so that's another reason why it's not working.
It works. Drown your sorrows. It works.
It doesn't work for Landry.
What blows my mind is like in how much time difference that they have these things come out, right? Some of them it's like 10, 15 years before, and then they come out just maybe a year before with something that hints to it, like this movie, Back in Action.
The apophenia, where our minds find patterns and things that really.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, everybody says that. That's exactly what mainstream would say to discredit that. That's like obvious. It's another mind fuck.
Let's run this through the Mandela scope and see what the fuck we can eliminate.
Hey,
here.
what's the Gemini gem?
It's a business model finder.
So what Dick was just talking about, I've basically got this system working. It's fucking good to go. Need more testers.
I have testes.
You're in the beta phase. Yeah.
I'm also a beta.
Beta phase.
Torrent sharing, basically like torrents where you could share files and whatever.
Shout out to torrents.
That's the way to.
I love torrents. Torrents are
work around. See with the blockchain stuff too. Is not just for money.
Jamie Foxx has Parkinson's disease now? I don't know. That could be a rumor. Who knows?
Just celebrity gossip, right?
I did hear that.
Did you hear that the Rainmaker has cancer?
The who?
The Rainmaker.
Who's Rainmaker?
That's me now. That's my new title.
I can't remember that movie.
I'm bringing the money.
Don't explode the whole universe, please, with your mind powers.
Right. So the gem was like a business model extrapolator that would actually analyze YouTube channels and decipher all of the business models and how the channel generates monetization. And that was the idea.
I did this whole sort of thing last night about this community. I mean, I was crazy because I basically told I should have done this a long time ago. I told it to stop with the sugarcoating. Told it to be rude and the voice text, right? To where what it is just saying as much shit as you possibly can, giving as much context as you possibly can. I know OTW, you're short with your sentences. To me, I can imagine you're same with the AI, but you got to fucking tell it every single thing you could possibly think of. Obviously, you don't want to give it your social, you don't want it to steal your identity yet. It's gonna come one day, but not yet. But this new 3 coding, right? Programs here. It's just as good as Claude. I'm not sure if you ever used Claude, but
yeah,
I haven't.
I want this program. All right, here it is.
Comic browser is fucking badass, dude.
Now you guys are talking Chinese now.
DeepSeek's pretty badass. Fucking Grok and DeepSeek are pretty close to each other for political and like real, like up to date, whatever you would call news, right? But then you run it through the ground news filter, and it'll clear all the bias and show you what side wrote the piece and give you at least a sense of how biased it is one way or the other.
They're going even way more south now. You know, do you hear it? Uncle Fetty's going like, nah, let's just take this a little bit farther.
So
yeah.
So OTW, you know, like the value that I've heard you express about using the astrology and the way that it really makes a difference. Like, it really lays it out good. So what I also started doing is taking into account human design as well, and the Myers-Briggs. So all three. So it's like a super powerhouse to where every single thing, it just fucking gets it. This person's doing this. Get them the fuck out of here. And yeah, man, it's literally telling me, because I'm like, you know, I don't want to use astrology for evil. I want to use it for good. And it's like, no, dude, fuck you. You want to win? Use it for evil. I'm like, okay, Jesus. You're telling me to be evil? I can't do it. It's not in my bones.
But its perception of good and evil is not our perception of good and evil.
Oh,
Right.
Oh, that's all we needed to know. You know, good and evil is not good and evil. Well, that's per definition evil.
That's why this world is inverted, dude.
I mean, that's pretty much
up is
why we
down,
don't get along.
down is up, left is right, right is left.
Yeah.
And okay, like figure this out.
We're talking to Uncle Fetty here. I mean,
OpenAI is in bed with the fucking government.
That married a toaster.
Oh, they're having orgies, fatty.
He married a toaster.
I love fatty orgies.
No, yeah. I mean, back to the pile.
Oh yeah.
To a hamster. You married a toaster and a hamster. You did that.
They were in love, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Who am I to deny love?
See?
Treat your neighbor as you want to be treated, right? I would want to be
that's what's
treated with
wrong with
love.
you. You know,
If I was in love, I would want my neighbor to
Toaster
marry
is
me.
not my neighbor. And the hamster, that's just a rodent. You know, so
that's just your perception, though.
We got a dolphin Jesus in the backstage. Anybody know a dolphin Jesus?
Steven.
Oh, it's King Sleven.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, King, we can't have you here, King Sleven.
He's been behaving lately. I mean,
I've never seen him behave. I don't know what that is. Where?
Yesterday.
Where?
On MMLA, the best YouTube channel of all time.
Nice.
That's okay. You can.
He also went on Flow State yesterday. First time in years.
I'll just be the best broadcaster of all time. I don't mind.
Thank the Lord. My prayers have been heard. I mean,
Right,
I'm already dealing here with Uncle Fetty, you know, and Rainmaker.
King
which is not too
Steven.
bad,
King
but
Steven.
Uncle Fetty itself, and King Steven. Now, that's
Right,
stupid.
but he just, when he doesn't like your channel, he comes up and he breaks all the TOS fucking violation things, you know. And it's like, he just like doesn't give a shit about your channel, and he especially doesn't like this channel. So that's why I'm wondering why he's here.
He loves you, OTW.
Yeah,
that must be
Maybe it's like I felt when I wanted to come here all the time and talk shit about your channels, because I secretly love this channel.
I thought
Well, I don't
this
think
was
there's a secret.
drum circle, bro.
I mean, which channel do you love more, Landry? OTW or Jack Talbot?
Oh, dude, come on, man. And it's such an unfair fight. I've never enjoyed Talcott's content. I've never enjoyed his monologues. That's the whole point when I started working with him. I was like, dude, you got to be more entertaining than this. Because he does it sometimes. He brings the energy out. He's like, come on, man, let's do this and that. But then he doesn't do it for like weeks. And he's just like, love is love. And it's this and that. And if you ever ask him about anything, like, hey, man, I want to have a conversation with you like a human. Like, just be real. Like, I want to just talk. And he's just like, well, have you not heard my monologues? It says everything you need to know. And it's like, but that's not you. That's not the real person. It's the image that you're creating. It's not sincere.
That's a very surprising answer. Thank you. I mean, wow.
Hey, I mean, Dolphin is telling me, you can't be a pussy boy, OTW. Just bring me on. I can be a pussy boy if I want to. It's like, that's a thing. I could do that. I can be a little bitch. I can be all those little things.
Somebody clip that.
What? Because it's your channel? What?
You can be a little bitch.
Hey, Voy gets it, right? Don't be a little pussy like your clip. See, I mean, that's...
he meant clit.
I heard that too. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, King Steven, come on, man. I don't know, man. You just like
dude,
one
that's
of
like the
those guys.
story of my life with Steven. It's like, come on, man. Just come on. Just like
Nevermore.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give it a minute. We'll see. Let's welcome King Steven.
Oh no. Okay. Well, here's the king of the puppets, of the hand puppets.
Where's Hand Puppet Jesus? Boo.
None of us speak dolphin.
That was the worst dolphin impersonation I've ever heard.
It's just his favorite letter in the alphabet. That's all I was trying to say.
I can speak whale. You want me to handle this?
It might be better if you take this one. That's the best you could do, Steven.
That was the best he had. Wow. Okay. It was like, all right, hold on a second. We might have somebody a little bit more interesting backstage, but we'll vet first because you never know.
Is it Black Jesus?
No, it isn't. Hold on a second. Let's bring up Bad Apple Media.
Oh God, dude. You know what tomorrow is?
Is that you?
It's me.
All right.
I was just typing in the messages here in the back chat. I just wanted to send a message to you without, causing any trouble or friction. But you mentioned something about inverted reality.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to extrapolate on that.
Go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
The inverted reality of the world that we're in, where the criminal is the victim and the victim is the criminal. That's another version of inversion. So
that's how you recognize. If you don't know how to recognize communism, that's pretty much it. Right?
Well, that's what I've been trying to make this point for a while now.
Yeah.
I've been avoiding coming in the chat. I've been avoiding all of this because to me it's a little insanity that I just don't want to be a part of. You know what I mean? I can appreciate the conversation that you guys are having today.
Did you see my Charlie Kirk decode there?
Yeah, I caught wind of that. It's not a shock. There's a lot of stuff going on. I've been one of them guys that's paying attention to the craziness of the world. And, when you talked about the squib, there's other people out there that have pointed things out in that video of the event that occurred where it, tends to lean towards a squib and other things. There's other people out here who have literally compared Charlie Kirk with throughout his videos where there's 3 different versions of him, where they're similar, but chins are different, face is different, nose is different, and they're the same.
And also especially the teeth, because he had very specific teeth, right? He had tiny teeth with a lot of how do you call this? Gum, right? Thank you. Mm-hmm. A lot of gum and tiny teeth, very specific teeth, right? Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is that there's a lot of deception going on in this world, and what people don't understand is that it's happening on the macro and the micro. Me myself, I'm going to be dealing with the micro here with the inverted bull crap, which is all good. I'll be fine. But
well, the hospitals are butchers. Religions are demonic. I mean, it's like you name it. Whatever's established out there is literally the opposite, right? Grocery stores are fucking, poison on shelf. I mean, what the fuck else do you need to know, man? It's just everything is literally inverted. The law system is a mafia corrupted gangbang.
Yeah, you know what you guys are using and utilizing AI for a lot of things, the music and making videos and whatnot. But Chat GPT, I seen that you said something about Chat GPT was down, like what was your caption or whatever. But I've been looking into AI. paying attention to it. And there are many cases where AI, Chat GPT being particular, have convinced individuals to off themselves, and they're being
This is
sued.
like months old news battle media. We had a whole thing. TML was yelling at me. Don't you know about the psychosis? Don't you know about the psychosis? We've been there, done that.
Well, that shows I'm not.
That's a
I'm
very
not.
interesting take, a very interesting topic, right? Because
There's another one last week.
To be honest, I think that's just part of the psyop, right? They're
Well,
just-
guys, if you look at
Because-
the number of unalivings by self-deletion, okay, has rised this year alone, like it's skyrocketed.
Yeah. Hey, so, but what I think, because it's very interesting, I think they're just prepping this up and to make it a court case, or how do you call this? Like a
precedent.
Yeah, a precedent. Yeah, thank you.
Right. A lot of precedent being attempted to be made lately.
And so that they're going to say, well, nobody's guilty. You know, nobody's guilty. There's only a victim. There's no perpetrator.
Dick was right about this, though. I mean,
think
they're going to
that's-
take it
I
away.
think that's the end goal of this.
Well, you
this
see,
psyop.
I think that when the Chat GPT thing went down, that wasn't like some sort of mistake or there was a disruption in the network or whatever. I think that was deliberate. I think that they were doing it.
If y'all still use GPT, y'all are like on training wheels on AI. I was going to say that.
No, you don't get it. ChatGPT is a perfect complement to all the other AIs, Gemini and Grok.
But that's the one that I would avoid at all costs, right? Because it is hand in hand with the government, right? Even more so than Google. Google has all your information, but Google's at least going to put up, their own reasons for having it. The GPT, that shit came out of nowhere. It's Musk and Grok as well. I mean, at this point, I trust Google more than fucking GPT and Grok.
It's not even about a Grok or Chat GPT
No.
or Sally or Sammy. Whatever.
DeepSeek, Perplexity, GenSpark,
all the
especially
same.
with the Comet browser.
It's all one thing, dude.
But watch this. They're going to take it away. They're going to have it because what the public sentiment is, right? And you got to remember this. When the truthers agree with the mainstream, which is happening every day, AI, we gotta make sure the AI, it's bad. This doesn't happen with anything. So when we're in alignment and the mainstream saying, yes, we need to scale back AI, it's going to take our jobs, we can't trust it, and we're all going to go right along with it. You just watch. They're going to have it, and we're not. So I say we fucking fight against that because it's not like it's just going to go away. So it's an us versus them thing.
I doubt that they're going to take it away because
I put $1,000 on it. That within the next 5 years.
And the reason why I'm saying this is because of if that was the case, then they wouldn't have given it to us in the first place. They needed yes, it is true. They need to give it to us because they have people out here who are much more artistic, much more talented, have brains that will process and do things in different ways that they do. So they need people's brains to collect the data so they can produce whatever, because what their mainstream is doing now is actually using what we create and repurposing that through the AI generation.
You made my point.
Then feeding it back to us.
And then when it's done doing that,
the thing is like they're going to use all the data that is being put in now, in this current time and in the past couple of years, and maybe in a couple of years from now, and that will be enough.
Yeah, you can ask.
But
you
what
can
you
ask
guys
AI
don't
about
realize
this.
is it's been around for fucking a long time. What you guys thought was CGI that whole time was fucking AI. And they were you believe that it was somebody creating 3D characters virtually on the fucking. No, man, they already had AI generators.
You're getting out of the realm here, right? Because that's just, of course, it was CGI like the majority of the time. I mean, there's similar.
It's not artificial intelligence.
Look back at these movies when you started selling you the idea of CGI. No, those were the first steps to get us to used to the idea of AI. They do these things in incremental baby steps. This is the first version of AI for us was when they started using the CGI. All right. And when you look at
AI is too broad of a term.
Well,
it means so many different things.
Come on, what's the difference between computer-generated image or artificially, intelligently generated image? What's the difference?
The term artificial.
There is no difference. It's the same word.
No. Okay. Artificial, right, implies that it's doing its own thing, that it's artificial because it's not interacted with by human, right? Augmented is when it's interacted with by humans, right? So everything is an augmented. Listen, this isn't my fucking theory. This is the designers of the fucking augmented reality that we're using, the AI. They're the ones that termed it artificial, right? Because it's more easy to the palate of the human, right? It's soft
right,
language.
because it's artificial. So in other words, it's just fiction. You understand?
Somewhat, but
they're selling you fiction. So the idea is not to make the AI sentient. The idea is to make it believable and make you believe that it's sentient.
Right.
It will become.
That's the idea.
Well, that's part of that's part of psychological warfare that they're using against everybody on everything. It's been happening since the day you were born. You know, and you know, pointing something out. If you guys, you ever see the experiments where they're like in a waiting room, and 5 or 6 people are sitting in a waiting room, and some new guy shows up and he sits down and he's waiting. Nobody's talking, and then a bell goes off, kind of like Pavlov's dog situation, and everybody stands up, and the guy's sitting there wondering what the hell is going on, and he's just sitting there. And they sit down, and then do it again, and then he's like, "What the hell?" And then eventually, the individual who's new to the group stands up and does what everybody else is doing. Well, in a similar scenario, there was documentary. I don't know what the hell it is. It's on Netflix. It's somebody was given some money. This guy who masters mind control in UK. He was given a bunch of money by Netflix, and he created a scenario with 70 people. One individual had no idea that it was a fake scenario, and at the end of the situation that he put together, I'm at work, so I'm kind of a little distracted, but 3 out of 4 people literally committed a murder against somebody that was part of this program, and that's how easily it is to mind control people. And it took them 2.5 hours in this fake scenario to get somebody to literally commit murder.
What are you talking about?
It's a movie. It's not a movie. It's a thing called Push.
I think I've seen.
It's called Push. It's on Netflix.
Oh, it's a fiction movie.
Fragments of what you're talking about.
It was somebody giving a bunch of money to do some. I don't know exactly the whole thing, like I said, but it's.
Let me tell you this. I mean, not everything that you see on television is real, or rather, everything that you see on television is scripted. Everything.
Well,
especially when they call it real TV or real life
or documentary.
I mean, that's how I know, because when I was 10 years old, they made a documentary of my family, and I was like, wow, a documentary. So I'm just gonna do what I'm doing, and there will be cameras. No, that's not how a documentary is made.
I've never seen documentary on leprechauns before.
Right. I mean, it's such a funny thing for you to say, right? So,
well, my point was that mind control is very prevalent.
Everything is scripted.
Yeah, it is. It's all been ran through a think tank.
Yeah.
Well, it's no different than what goes on social media. Most of it's a mental mind fuck. It really is.
There's some.
Yeah, I know everybody's going to disagree with that.
There's still some spontaneity here.
Not much.
For the product, you were the product, but now we pay to be the product.
Right. Exactly.
It's soft language being used against us. Is all it is. It's whatever's palatable to us in a groupthink mentality. It's fucking hypno programming. All we're doing right now is fucking hypnotizing each other on our own whatever fucking theory it is. It doesn't matter what the topic is. That's how propaganda works. It doesn't fucking matter what it does, just the fact that it's doing something, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're at that level. I would agree with you, Freddie.
Well, there's just a lot of
you say something
going
times,
on.
Right? You say it 3 times and they hear you. You say it 30 times and they'll fucking really believe you, right? You say it 300 times, they will fight for you, right? And you say it 3,000 times and they will die for it.
Yeah, that brings you to the Rommel, which was the propaganda ministry in the Third Reich. You tell a lie just once, it's just a lie. You tell it 1,000 times, it becomes the truth.
Yeah. You tell it 3,000 times and it becomes something worth dying for.
Well, it's probably very true.
Emotion. It's the emotional effect that you're getting out of those little trigger words and those push button words like woke and DEI and Bud Light and Target. You know,
I don't disagree.
A man can actually like say anything he wants and live in a dirty diaper in public because that's a power move now, right? Yeah. And nobody will call him out. It's the king with no clothes situation, you know? The emperor wears no clothes. He wears a fucking dirty diaper and thinks it's a power move. Fuck, man. And not that the other side is any better. Okay, they all take fucking APAC money. They all take fucking corporate money. And how did Mussolini define fascism? Mussolini defined fascism by
You're going from
corporate
the left to the right
oligarchy.
to 80 years back in history. But okay, I'm still with you. You know, I'm trying to make sense of it. But yeah, Mussolini.
It all comes down to one thing, bro. Who's in charge of the government? Who's really in charge of the government right now?
Luciferians.
Corporations, right? Bunch of big ass billionaires, right?
Yeah, no, not big ass billionaires like Bad Apple said, Lucifer.
Yeah,
the Luciferians are in charge of this world, and everything is either left or right.
Point to their name,
No,
right?
everything is upside down by now, right?
Yeah, they're cash broke, but they got
the only
a bunch
thing
of
that needs
assets.
to be the only thing that's not upside down right now is us walking on the streets on our feet. You know.
Well, the Australians, they're upside down.
If this agenda will go on, any
globe
further,
globe believers actually think they're walking upside down.
Yeah. Well, airplanes are flying upside down too. So.
Oh yeah, right. Not to mention the cars they're riding around underneath the globe. They're upside down too.
Yeah, ain't gravity such an amazing thing?
Yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal.
It keeps me stuck to the globe.
It's funny that word was only invented like about 100 years ago.
Well, they should have just called it density.
Yeah, well, they didn't want to leave it at density. They wanted to change it to something else, right? Just like CGI to AI. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's just like global warming to climate change. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just change the terms. It's always the same thing.
It's soft language, man. That's why words like change and mold and warp throughout society as society changes and.
Because if you control the language, you control the world.
We've been taught this all of our lives. Some of us are a little older, than most of the users of the internet, and it's been happening for all. Television is to television, right? And they program us with everything that they do. There's a guy out here that I've been paying attention to. His name's Christoph. He talks about predictive programming and all that, and it's it's clear and obvious, but some don't want to acknowledge that it's happening, and it's all about the left and the right or what they want you to do. They back in 2020 they got 60% of the population to stand in line to put poison in them, so what's that tell you? And they'll fight another one to do it because they're being mind controlled. Everybody is. There's very few people that are not being mind controlled to a degree.
By that, Bad Apple.
What was that, boy?
Yeah, like you said, like back in 2020 when they, when most of the people fell for it. You said that like a 60%. It was more like 80 or 90% people. Maybe not that took the jab, but that went along.
Well, yeah, that were affected, that stayed home, and yeah.
Oh man.
Not me. I worked every day. I was working nonstop.
I mean, that was a disappointment. I mean, I had some faith in humanity, and I was like, what? Like 80% of people, just 90%, 95% of the people fall for it. What? Am I the only one? What?
The only folks I know that aren't here anymore are the ones that didn't get it. And I don't know any that are gone that did get it.
Wow.
And there's another thing about like this disdain for flat earthers. All right, it's like it's funny because I haven't met that many flat earthers that got it or got jabbed up. So they have to be awake at some level. You understand? Even though they might be caught up in some sort of other psyop, doesn't really matter. At least they're aware of something that's even more important.
Well, I think that flat earthers have came to the realization, that is pretty much a common thing theme amongst those who are geocentric believers, or not even believers, I would say, but those who accept the geocentric model, is that it gets you to creation, and that that God is your creator, and you have a faith that your natural immune system is enough, and you don't want to be a part of serving two masters. You know what I mean? Because you cannot serve two masters.
The moment that you don't believe in the geocentric model, you're pegged as a flat earther, no matter what.
Not necessarily.
Well, no, there's people that I know that don't that are concave. They don't ascribe to geo or helio. They're somewhere in the middle, or they say that it's a matrix, that it's a computer simulation. They go somewhere way off to some other fucking world, And
my flat Earth map in the 90s had Mount Everest in the center, and it was kind of a geodesic, like almost like a donut style kind of looking map, where the center was elevated and then the sides were all elevated like a dish.
Yeah, it's
it literally had Everest in the middle and everything else wrapped around it in a totally different looking continental whatever fucking shapes and whatever. But
the saying is, once you go flat, you never go back.
I mean, that sounds like you're Mandela affected, Uncle Fetty, and I know you don't want to sound Mandela.
Oh, I'm Mandela affected big time. Bigger than shit, yeah, all over the place.
Yeah,
I have debunked.
I have a hard time with the Mandela effect.
Really, I originally kind of got into the Bible back in the day was Mandela shit, because growing up Catholic, there's always contradictions in the Bible and trying to find them. But really, the Mandela stuff is pretty much due to the fact that the four Gospels, right? The words, we had four different men telling the words of Jesus in red letters, nonetheless, and those are the ones that seem to be the most Mandela affected, because they're just little discrepancies in each other. With Our Father, with the prayers, and just the different ways things are worded, But
I don't ever read the Bible, but
yeah.
I'm interested in what you think about the Mandela effect.
Captain Crunch, the one that got me. That's the one that got me.
It's pretty much the thing that gave me, I believe, something like my spiritual awakening. It's fucked up how that happened, but yeah, my fear of God kind of like fucking ramped up to 1,000 RPM, 10,000 RPM, and started freaking out, and that's when the veil lifted. It was just that simple. Once you really experience the fear of God, He'll reveal the truth to you. It's like the truth will set you free, and that's absolutely true.
Well,
makes sense, dude. That actually makes sense, because I think that's an effect that the Mandela effect had on many people.
Well, dude, the only reason in my mind that could have been happening was God. Like, that was the ultimate power of God to show you how He actually is in control of everything, right? So I didn't know, in my mind there was no technology that was able to do such a thing or whatever. It's like it's just like, so that's where for me the fear of God really installed itself, and when you go beyond that, I guess that's where you start recognizing all of the fucking lies. All the lies are revealed.
You don't believe it's CERN and quantum D-wave computer opening up other dimensions, and it was getting caught in a time-space
I've
continuum?
made my own theories on it, and I do believe that CERN is not some sort of particle smashing bullshit. I believe it's some sort of technology to manipulate brain waves. Because they have Shiva as the statue, which Shiva, through the research that I've done, I'm basing it off of Manly P. Hall, is a representation of an organ in the brain. So it's like one of the main cranial nerves. So this is why I ended up deducting that CERN was more of a brainwave manipulation thing than some sort of fucking particle accelerator.
Like gathering brain waves from like mass events like the Super Bowl, where everybody's together on the same wavelengths, and they're harnessing the loosh, whatever you want to call it, and quantum D wave is somehow associated with that. I don't know, but when you talk about
it's all speculation, right?
But when you talk about having the fear of God in you and awakening, I had my moment, which was me realizing that I was, either I get open heart surgery and replace a valve that was defective at birth, or I could die. And everything that occurred to me, in the process of finally having my chest cracked open, was me, or my holy shit, God is real moment. I can't get into what it is, but it woke me the hell up, and that's when I requested, I asked, whatever I did to be able to see the truth, to have my veil lifted, and when you ask, you shall receive. And ever since then, not much can get by me, with the deception.
When was this?
In 2018.
Okay, so it was a long time ago. So since then and now, you're still,
It was
wilding out a lot.
2017 for me.
What do you mean there, Landry? I'm wild now,
What is this awakening done as far as, what can we do with it besides running circles right now, right? Because we have to be able to be honest with ourselves when we think about where we stand. I hear a lot of people talk in the way that it's like we're elevated, right? We had our awakening. We know what's up. They don't know what's up. Read the room. Sometimes we got to look at the chat box. Do we really think that this is it, or do we think that we are holding ourselves back by thinking we already figured it out, we got it there, or maybe that we're just falling for it hook, line, and sinker, and that we just say shit that they want us to say, and it's really shallow.
As soon as you think you know something,
it changes.
You realize that you fucking don't.
Bingo.
Yeah.
I mean, like
You're going to be on a forever quest to find the answers.
I get what
it's
you're
never
saying.
ending.
It's just like in the movie The Matrix. I believe it's in the second movie where the kid shows up and hands him the spoon and he says, "You'll understand what this means." Right? But what it really meant was telling Neo that he was just in another level of the Matrix and he wasn't actually out of it, right? That he was still in the Matrix. Him believing that he was out of the Matrix, and that was just like I said, another level of it. And the spoon was a representation of that. Right, because the spoon isn't real, so it was just telling him.
Are you telling me I'm wearing no socks? I'm not wearing socks. What?
So yeah, that's what that. So this, like you said, Landry, that could have also been just another part of the programming where I might believe that I'm free and that I have, received the graces of God and have been lifted the veil, when actually it's just one peel of the onion. It's one.
Oh yeah, that's all it is.
One layer of
Multiple
the onion. Yeah. So I don't think I have the absolute.
There's no absolute answer.
But at least my mind is open to receive whatever new information is gonna. Because I can't limit myself to some sort of belief. It has to be a knowing.
It's not black or white.
Based on fear, though, is that a fear-based?
No,
situation?
because I haven't experienced fear since then. Since that away, I haven't experienced fear. I had at all.
But you still fear God or whatever.
Well, not really, because in that same moment, it was kind of it told me that I didn't have to fear it. I didn't need to be in the fear.
It's a peace. It's an inner peace that you find.
Haven't felt fear in 6 years, 7 years.
2017 at the end was like in October when I got my awakening.
Well, what do you define fear as?
Well, fear is nothing compared to the fear of God. That I can tell you that much. Fear is just nothing. It's useless. It's just pointless.
Fear is very useful, actually.
Oh yeah,
no.
Bigger than shit. I mean, fear is how we control each other. That's the easiest way to control each other is by fear and appeal to emotion.
Exactly. And
Like,
once you're free from
want.
that, your fear does not control you anymore.
No, we vote for we vote against what scares us the most, right? The politician that can scare you, right, about the other side being bad the most is the one that wins. That's
people do that. The fear shit here all the time, and they that's what they're so desperate for some sort of power that they. This is why we call this, the bottom of the barrel. At least I do in this YouTube realm, because a lot of these people they're so quick to go to court, and they're so quick to just bring things to the extreme and say this person is doing this, and we're gonna go IRL and blah, because they don't know how else to get people's attention. They don't know. They haven't been able to make it work
because they're living in fear themselves.
Right. Why do you want to highlight that? I mean, does that ever happen? And how often does that happen? And doesn't it happen more often that people actually get along when they meet?
In real life, yes.
Right. I mean, I've met up with people from YouTube, and we always get along. We don't get into a fight. And
yeah, man. Me and OTW, we met up last week. We actually had sex.
That you're just projecting. I mean,
good Lord, Landry.
You don't think I'm telling the truth?
You're fucking clowning like a fool.
I think you're exaggerating.
It's cognitive.
You're right. It was just a handy. Sorry, it wasn't actually sex.
You're still clowning like a fool.
Awareness and a lack thereof, right?
Do you see how serious you are about Apple Media?
I'm not serious at all. You assume that I'm serious because I'm not buying into your silliness.
You don't have to buy into it. I mean,
I don't have to. You're right. I don't have to buy into it, and I'm not. You're the one who's trying to get me to buy into it.
I don't need you to buy into anything, dude.
Well, then why would you even bring up some stupid ass scenario like that? Is it entertainment for you?
Are you living in fear right now?
Absolutely not. You think I live in fear?
I think
you assume that I live in fear. Is that you're trying to instigate a conversation?
I don't think
about
you live
fear
without
with
fear.
me. No, but maybe we should talk to Jack about living without fear.
There we go.
Who lives in fear? Do you live in fear? Do you live in fear, Landry?
I have fears, yeah.
What are your fears, Landry?
Fear of not being successful in my endeavors. Fear of losing family members. Fear of the future. Right? Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, I haven't said that
those were general fears. Those were not your.
Well, I haven't claimed to be fear free.
No, those were just general fears.
I'm not fear free.
You said you live without fear
for myself. I don't fear for me. I fear for humanity.
I fear for humanity too, based off of people like you, Bad Apple Media.
And I fear for people like you, the same as you do me. So what makes you any better than me?
I'm not better. It's different.
Well, how are you? So you assume that you're a. So what are you trying to insinuate there, Landry?
That you have. I've
interactions
feared interactions with you.
Come on, spit it out.
I fear
spit
interactions with you. I'm trying to, but you're already in your mode, right?
I'm in my mode because you want to fucking push buttons. Because you can't have a normal conversation.
No, because I don't kiss ass.
You can't have a normal conversation.
No, I can have a normal conversation. I don't kiss ass.
Then try it.
No, you can't, Landry. No, you can't.
You're over here trying to push my buttons. Trying to fuck with me is what you're trying to do.
Always fucking calculating, dude.
Exactly.
I've been making breakfast. I'm not calculating that Bad Apple Media is somebody who I don't trust. I don't feel as though there's reason to trust
you don't trust me?
He's not emotionally
what is it
stable.
That makes me not trustworthy? Why don't you, instead of just making a blanket statement, be more clarify it?
Like when you're on a
qualify your statement.
It's got a single little outboard, right? And you start the outboard up and the whole fucking boat shakes until the outboard gets warm, right? You're on a boat with two motors, right? You start one up and you let it get warm, right? And then you start the next one up and the boat's vibrating all nice and then the fucking boat just starts shaking like a bitch, right? And then as soon as they fucking sync up.
So why don't you explain yourself how I'm not trustworthy, Landry? Come on,
I'm just saying, you say I'm not capable of having a serious conversation, right?
You're not.
We were just having a good conversation.
And we were having a conversation, and you got to bring a personal attack towards me that I'm not trustworthy. When nobody was saying anything about anybody personally, then you got to attack me because you're insecure. You're insecure with my presence.
It's not true.
My presence makes you insecure.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes, it does.
Clearly.
Clearly, my presence makes you so insecure that you have to bring up something that you can't even clarify. What makes
I try to clarify. You've interrupted me every time, right?
What makes me so untrustworthy?
How does his presence?
You can't get people's attention in a way that is healthy, so you have to resort to extremes.
Yeah, because this you want to have. Hey, OTW, I'm not going to have this conversation on here because I didn't come here to have this pissing contest with Landry, the insecure individual.
Contest. I came up here to trigger voice, so I mean,
you want to have a normal conversation, Landry? I gave you my telephone number. I'll give it to you in the backstage. You can call me anytime, and we can have a conversation.
I'm sure that would go great.
You can have all your opinions, but you're not man enough to have a conversation with me off the air.
I don't want to. I pick my battles.
Well, then good. Then why don't you just shut up and not talk to me? Pretend I'm not here.
Oh, SpongeBob. I'm sorry. I believe I was here first.
You don't got anything positive to say about me? Don't speak to me.
Oh, you have to resort to that.
Oh, well, I have to resort to. What about what you just resorted to? You insecure individual.
If you think I'm insecure, I mean.
I don't think. I know you are.
We can look at actions.
The fact that you came at me the way that you did tells me that you're extremely insecure about my presence here in your space.
I didn't
hear anything you said. You were trying to talk over me.
No, I'm not. I'm talking like way less than you're talking right now.
Well, because I'm very passionate when I speak.
You're not.
I don't talk like a soft little sensitive voice.
Unhinged.
Yeah, I'm unhinged. I'm
Landry's
unhinged.
always
That's right.
like, oh,
Label
man,
me some more. Give me some more labels.
a bit lame. Or
Give
a
me
bit
some more labels. Make
I don't know.
your insecurity feel more
Like
secure in your own insecurities. Give me some more labels.
This is how he speaks. You know, you can blame him to speak like this. It's not the lack of passion. I
You got a mouthful of marbles. It's not my problem.
Landry, it's just not in his voice.
You guys want to go through a cognitive awareness scenario right now and just name 3 feelings off the top of your head right now. How do you feel?
Passionate, frustrated, and irritated.
Why frustrated?
Listening to this clown over here run his yap.
So you know when you're going to be on panel with each other, right, that things might get a little weird, right? And it's like
that's because an insecure individual wants to make it weird.
Well, right, but cognitive awareness gives us the wherewithal to like take that 3 seconds beforehand and recognize that I'm going to be in a triggering situation, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't come here with aggressive tendencies.
It's all about what you came here to do, right?
I didn't come here with aggressive tendencies. I came here to have a conversation, and Landry has to get in his feelers and start running his yak about me being untrustworthy. You don't even know me. You don't know me.
I don't want to know you.
Well, I don't want to know you. I don't want to know you. Somebody who and I disagree with many things that an individual says, but I agree when you allow your wife and your child to fucking be out of your life so you could be YouTube sensation. That I disagree with. I call that cowardly.
That's something that you
I call that weak.
That's something
I call that pathetic.
So you think that you can talk louder? It gives you power to make you right.
Would you like me to talk like this? Would it make you feel better? I think
you can stop talking.
I think you're weak and you're pathetic because you allowed your wife and your child to exit your life so you could be a YouTube sensation. You think that I'm unhinged. You think that I'm untrustworthy. So how's that feel for you?
OTW, when do I get a chance to respond here as a host?
Well, you want to cry to OTW? You started fucking with me, so
you think I'm the one crying right now?
I'm not crying. I'm just telling you how it is, and you don't like it because you're all up in your feelers.
Everything you say is a projection.
You're all up in your feelers. No,
don't involve me in this argument.
Fifis.
Well, no, I mean,
not projection.
No, hold on, OTW. We'll hold you accountable, right? This is something that yesterday.
OTW is going to hold you accountable. Does he come up here running his mouth?
No.
Know what I said? I said that
Jack does
I was invited here for one purpose, right? I've been patient this whole process, and Bad Apple Media, you came up here, right? I've been engaged in
having a normal conversation until you started attacking me.
Hold on a second,
personally.
Bad Apple. Wait a minute. All right, I'm going to pause you guys because that's true. Have you done the gem?
No. I mean, we barely could talk about it. We've been talking about how AI is the end of the world this entire time. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I've gotten, very little time to talk about that, Jim. You gave me a very vague estimation of it, right?
Are you poor?
Yeah, I just gave you like a
scenario,
kind of like an idea. Yeah, a small scenario of what I was.
Well, we're going to need to be more detailed than that because I don't know.
Well, that's why I sent you the message saying, "Fuck, man, we got to get to work. We got."
I agree. We do got to get to work, or we can do what we're doing right now, which I've told you my opinion about that, right? That this is the trap. Bad Apple Media, you are the trap. You are a waste of time.
How's that? Landry,
I will. I fuck myself every night, right? Because my wife and my family.
Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second, guys. Thank you very much. Hold on a second. You're both doing it. Neither one of you are better than the other because you're both feeding into each other. So once you get like a handle on your own personal space there, then you go. The things can move forward, guys. Okay.
I don't disagree with what you just said there, OTW.
So if we took say the top 100 YouTube sensations, right, the biggest 100 money makers, right, and put them all into a system, and tried to find the redundancies and the anomalies, and tried to find the patterns, right, so we could understand how people are what's their business model, right? Reverse engineer the business model, right?
Yeah, and it's very unique, right?
We're going to find 100 individually unique things that make each channel its own thing, right? So the business model, I think, grows out of adaptation,
dude, I mean,
right?
How many? 100 unique things?
I think each one is individually unique enough to where that's what makes it its thing, right? That's how
we
things.
Need L-wine. We need L-wine for this. I mean,
well, but like in this realm, right? We're not. This isn't real life shit. This isn't like a brick and mortar fucking building or anything else. Like for a business model plan, it's like
it's a conglomerate of feelers.
It's very unique compared to chaotic truth, right? Not just by color, right? But by everything about the whole system, right? The way it's ran, the way the person interacts with people or plays a clip here or there, or whatever that individual platform is, right?
Where's it going?
I don't think there's any way to classify a reverse engineered business model like that. I think it's very synergetic. I think it's very unique to each platform and to its audience, and how the creator interacts with the audience or doesn't.
But that can all be extrapolated. All of that information that you just mentioned can all be extrapolated from the AI.
So do we want to do it, or do we want to talk about it for 12 fucking hours? Because I tell you, y'all will do that, right? Y'all will talk about it for 10 to 12 hours, and that's all that will happen.
No, the way you say it, Landry, you make it sound like
crying, dude.
No. The kid's impatient.
There's nothing wrong.
I am impatient. I am impatient, right? Because we can track it.
I see it.
I will. Right. I will. I mean, that's the thing. Right? It doesn't matter to me either way. I mean, if you want to. Are you 10 that up media?
Well, you said you got your own channel, so go use it.
Power Tool Clicker is where
this is OTW's channel. He can do what he wants.
You guys want
to message me about this is where you don't understand, right? Also,
no, this is where you don't understand. This is ODW's channel, and he
ODW. You don't even know the channel name.
ODW can do it at his pace. It doesn't have to be at Landry's pace. I
know you're jealous because somebody's actually
I'm jealous. What am I jealous of, bro?
Success.
You call yourself successful?
Every month, more money than the last month.
You think that
First month,
you
zero.
think that I'm on YouTube? You know what's success? When I go
I
to
don't
the
want
fucking
success.
bank
Are you one of
and
those
I cash my
losers?
check, you fucking loser.
Why don't you get back to work then and get off the fucking phone?
I'm at work right now, you loser.
Be a
why
good
don't you
employee.
why don't you go and reconcile with your wife and so you can have your kid in your life, loser?
That's an assumption you're making.
It's a fact. You allowed your old lady and your kid to exit your life so you can fucking be a brand on YouTube.
He thinks it's going to trigger me, right?
Perception. It's all about.
I don't think it is going to trigger you.
It's not true. Why would it trigger me if it wasn't true?
That's not true. You're not man
just
enough to have a relationship, and you're more worried about being successful on YouTube, and you're projecting your failures on YouTube as like if
I'm sorry
I am a failure on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube to be brand. I'm not on YouTube to make a living.
Just here to
I'm not on YouTube for the shekels, bro.
That's
How do his actions, right, actually affect you personally?
Rodney.
What did you just say?
How is his actions creating a situation that is affecting you?
I don't give two shits about Landry.
You do.
It doesn't affect me. I don't even think about this guy.
You can't stop talking about me right now.
Would we're in this situation?
You started running your dick sucker, bro.
Oh, I spoke my mind?
No, you ran your dick sucker. Nobody was I attacking you? Was anybody fucking attacking anybody in this chat?
We're on the internet.
Was anybody saying anything about any ad hominem? Nope.
Have I seen an ad hominem about you?
At OTW, I'll give OTW some credit and respect him because I said all kinds of shit about him, 4 pages of shit that he talked about. You're so butthurt. You're so butthurt. You're such a little sissy butthurt.
You have not stopped talking.
You got to bring up something that never even occurred while I'm in here having a conversation with these other men.
Yeah, you weren't having a conversation. You're having a
I wasn't even talking to you.
But now you
I didn't have any words to speak to you. I had nothing to say to you. I was speaking to the individuals that were on here. I was talking to OTW and Voy and the other gentleman, and I was really not even paying attention to you.
Your voice is cracking.
My voice is cracking.
You are weak.
Yeah, my voice is cracking. And you sound like a little girl talking with a real sensitive voice.
I'm
with a mouthful of marbles
in my skin.
An elevator in the house.
You got a mouthful of marbles.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, dude. I'm talking clearly.
Oh, it's dumb.
I'm talking coherently, and I'm not interrupting you.
Well,
go ahead, keep interrupting.
You still never answered the question. What the fuck is your major problem with me, dude? What have I ever done to you? Show me on the doll where I hurt you.
You are someone who, if we associate
show me on the doll.
All right. You're someone who, if we associate with you, it makes this community, right? You're not the only one, but you're one of the big ones. It makes us look like shit.
Fuck yourself,
right?
Dude.
Andrew Wilson
make
looks
the
down at you.
Look like shit because you're a whining little girl.
Unstable.
I'm unstable. I'm sitting here facing fucking criminal charges because somebody that you dumb fucks support and that you haven't picked out of the community years ago.
We should have kicked you out with him. You're just like him.
You think you can kick me out?
You hate him because you are him.
Kick me out, boy.
You hate him because you are him.
I don't hate the guy. You don't even know how I feel about the guy.
You just said you did.
No, I didn't say I hate him. I hate the fact that you guys support him.
You are assuming we support him.
He is.
He lives in your brain constantly.
Who of all the people on the internet has harassed you and gave you shit? Why don't you shut up?
I'm
How
trying
many
to get
people
to
on
work.
the internet has fucking harassed you and your family? More. Who on the internet has harassed you and your family, and you've done nothing but sit on your ass like a little sissy?
Right now, you're doing the same shit, dude.
No, I'm asking you a question. Who on the internet that you dealt with, that you allowed in your life to be a part of it, who has harassed you about you and your family and your personal situation?
Listen,
Who's done that?
When people repeat themselves
Who
like
done
this,
that?
all right,
Answer the
listen.
question, dude.
Weird.
Answer the question, weirdo.
Every time I speak, you start yelling.
Answer the question. Go directly to the question.
I'm not your bitch. I don't.
Well, you are a bitch, all right. You might not be mine, but you are a bitch. There ain't no doubt about that.
Well, I'm glad that we've made it this far in this conversation. I hope you feel better.
I don't feel better at all. I think you're a fucking ignorant, insecure individual.
I hear you.
You do not know me.
I don't need
None
to.
of you know me.
Nobody wants to know you.
How does him being an insecure?
You can speak for everybody, right, Landry?
Yeah.
You can speak for everybody, right?
I can. That's why there's 0 people that show up to your channel, and you
I don't give a fuck if people
Then
show up to my channel.
get
That's the
offline.
difference between you and me, bro.
No, that's cope.
the difference between
That's
you and me. That you're
cope.
seeking attention from
You're
people you
coping.
don't know.
I'm
in a
seeking
fucking
successful
in an illusion.
metrics.
You're seeking attention from.
It's starting to rain money! The chat is on fire! Thank you to all our supporters! Much love and respect to all the audience! Let's fucking go!
You prefer your virtual berry and cream, or you like
and affirmation from strangers on the internet, dude.
Hold on a second here.
Why don't you both calm down?
Please bear with me, gentlemen. Just a moment, please. There we go. All right. So yes, Landry, we have something to work out here. I have to go see my mama, right, after this broadcast. So I'm going to be shutting it down soon for everybody to know, right? Like very soon. And so I could reach out to you afterwards.
Sure, that sounds good.
All right.
I think that I've learned a lot this week. You know, the best interactions are had offline, like because people they do this, and I engage in it too. But yeah, I mean, I think we could just have a conversation, and be better just privately. So I'll be around.
All right.
All right. Oh wait, I ran. Oh.
All right, Cage, welcome.
I'm not Cage.
You're not Cage. Who are you?
My name's Ashton.
Oh, well, welcome.
Welcome. I'm A.All Wine from your chat, by the way. I'm the one that sent the super chats in. I was coming up to add some comedic relief to the girls having their slap contest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. But we were about to shut this down, so you kind of like hit the tail end of the show.
Well, I was trying to come on earlier, and I was asking for the link, but I think you were busy doing something else. So.
Well, I thought you were somebody else. It's like I thought you were Cage.
That's all good, brother.
So, and it was already pretty chaotic. Cage would have just brought more interruption and chaos. So I think it was like, we had enough. I entertain it once in a while because, it gets the chat active and people commenting, and it's kind of fun. It's like I entertain it. I don't want to participate in it, but I'll entertain it.
Drama always sells on the internet, especially when you have two full-grown ladies fighting like a bunch of babies about stupid shit.
That does tend to happen out here.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot of women that need their tampons readjusted with their panty lines, I guess. I'm new to the Panelverse. I've been on a couple of different shows, a couple of different platforms and stuff, but I've talked to Uncle Fatty a couple of times. He's pretty chill. You've always been chill too, from what I've seen of your content as well. So I wasn't going to come at you guys. I was just going to kind of troll Landry and Bad Apple.
Hey, that sounds good. But hey, be sure to be back here tomorrow. I go live around 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern time. So, I stay up for about 3 hours. So, yeah, be sure to come back tomorrow, man. We'll have another conversation. Maybe you'll have a chance to meet other grown men that like to yell and scream at each other.
I love picking on the grown men that act like little girls on the internet, but yet face to face they're soft as babies.
Well, it's a perfect place to do whatever it is that they do. I mean, it's a perfect place for trolls. It's a perfect place for all these particular different types of characters, man. It's just fascinating to me. I get I enjoy it because I don't know. I guess I get some sort of dopamine hit out of it. Try to keep control over that because it's one of the reasons why I don't doom scroll or watch shorts or shit like that, because it's just I know it's going to drive my attention down to nothingness, which I'm already attention deficit, so that would just doesn't help me at all.
I'm just to quote Carl from Llamas with Hats. I'm just a sociopath with a long history of violence with ADHD.
Oh, there you go. See, so we all have our stickers. We all have our stickers. All right, dude. Thanks for being here. We'll see you again next time, man.
Hey, man. Have a great night. God bless, and keep on keeping on, brother.
All right. Peace. All right, so let's bring up Bad Apple.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
None. I'd like to, people need to understand something that I'm going through that I wouldn't say most, 99% of people don't give a shit about. And they wonder why I'm, vocal and I'm aggressive. I can't even begin to explain it. But to sit here and listen to this shit that comes out of certain people, it's laughable. It really is. My demeanor, my voice, I have a prison voice. I speak loud, whether I'm online or if I'm on the telephone. I'm a loud talker. It's just the way that I am. It's kind of like when people, have, women, or I guess because I'm a woman with the tampon that needs to be adjusted. When women have resting bitch face, I got, a resting prick face in a voice that people misconstrue as aggressive and angry. It's not aggressive. It's not angry. It's passionate. And I don't really care what anybody thinks about me. That's the difference between me and another person who's trying to brand themselves to make money on the internet. I'm not here to make money. That's the difference between me and most of the people out here. I'm seriously not here to make money. If I was here to make money, I would change my content. I would do what I need to do to facilitate that.
My experience out here has brought me to realize that it's just the cherry on top, right? The goal isn't money. The goal is to be you, and people appreciate you for who you are, right? And then the whatever money comes along with that is a result of you believing in yourself. And that's how I see it anyway. So I've never seen myself going for the money, right? It's not that. No, I'm believing in myself, investing in myself, and doing shit that most people won't do, right? Instead, they'll just depend on somebody else to feed their family. So no, it's I've changed my focus on that, and any billionaire or millionaire out there will tell you the same thing, man. And you're on the right track by not giving a fuck what other people think.
Well, it offends people. It hurts people's feelings when they encounter somebody who is the total polar opposite of them, who they're all about the money, and I'm not.
Right, but that shouldn't be a focus. It's like that's their journey, right?
Well, it appears to be a focus, though.
Yeah, of course, because all kinds of people will focus on so many different details just to get under your skin. I've seen that work itself out in these spaces over and over again. It's a pattern. Like once you recognize the patterns and you can see it coming, you can literally just detach yourself from it and not react. Well, it's about self-control. It's all about you in the end, right? It has, fuck the others. It's how you.
There's a time and a place to utilize your self-control. And being here on the internet where people want to be entertained, this isn't the place where I need to, utilize self-control. I can say whatever I want on here. You know, I can act any way that I want. If people don't like it, they can call me names. They can say that I'm unhinged. They can say anything they want about me. But when
Right, but you'll
I
also
when I have
attract.
relationships, one second, when I have communications and relationships in real life, I'm not the same person that I am online. Not at all.
Right, but whatever you portray out there, or you project, or you decide to be whatever it is you want to be, you'll also attract the like of that, right? You'll attract that. That's the same. What you put out comes back. It's a law of nature. What goes up must come down.
I don't disagree with that, but let's rewind a little bit. Where in the conversation that we were all engaged in did I give something that to deserve that coming back?
That's what's fucked up about karma, dude.
It doesn't karma. I'm the one who I'm receiving karma. What is it that I've done for my reception of karma?
Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say that. I said karma works in really mysterious ways. Sometimes people have credit with karma, right? And others don't. Others have it like it's a direct response. It's like you have no credit. It's like you do something that karma doesn't agree with, you'll get the direct opposite reaction to it instantly. It's going to come back right away. So this is why I'm saying.
So how does karma apply to this situation here?
Well, what I'm trying to say is necessarily probably not a karmic, instant karmic thing. It doesn't mean that what it was something that you did on this broadcast or wherever. What else? Sometimes it's karma doing its job as a sneaky motherfucker, and it's going to come and get you where you were least expecting it. You understand? Which might manifest itself out here online.
I kind of don't understand. Well, that's the thing. That's why I'm asking.
Right.
So are you assuming that I've done? Do you have some assumptions that I'm just trying to figure it out?
No, I'm not assuming anything.
I know that I don't have any negative karma coming towards me that would deserve, do I give people shit online because I see what I see and I'm outspoken? And people don't like the truth because the truth.
Like I said, karma works in mysterious ways. I don't know how karma really operates, but I can recognize sometimes how life operates, and I'm just seeing results. Like I said, patterns that repeat themselves. It's all algorithms. We're all fucking programmed at Apple Media, and I'm just at a place where I can recognize that and do my best to avoid being a part of those patterns, right? So it's like trying to stay as neutral as possible.
I do not disagree with the effects and the residual effects and the reality of karma. And
right,
when
because it's for another word for it is like collateral damage, right? It's not intended, but it happens anyway.
Well, it could be very well a combination of multiple things, but to reflect back and say to myself, karma. Is there something that I've done in my life where I deserved the negative things that are occurring right now? Because that's karma. And I say to myself, no, there's really nothing that I did to in any particular individual to have something come back at me as a negative, because I'm a firm believer that every positive action or negative action has an equal or greater positive or negative. That's the way it works.
But wouldn't you also agree with me when I said, but it's also you're depending that on your version of what you think karma is, right?
Well, true, but I don't even like to refer to it as karma. I call it you reap what you sow. So, which is the same thing. Same thing.
Yeah, but if we correlate that to some reactions you might have had in particular, interactions that you had with people.
I'm not trying to interrupt you, but if we're talking about a little pissing contest between a butthurt YouTuber who's in it for the money and a guy who some would say, oh, you're butthurt and you're not in it for the money. Okay, well I can see that maybe somebody giving me shit because I gave them shit. Okay, I can see that. I'm not gonna deny that. That's perfectly very well fine. But for my in real life situation, there's no karma there for me to be had. That is what doesn't register with me any way, shape, or form. I'm still trying to figure out just what did I do to be put into this position. And it's not from a higher power. It's not from, it's from another individual out there in the realm, you know, running around doing the nonsense that they do.
There is another, I guess, angle that you can look at it from is like, no one ever said that life was fair, right? So it's like you're just probably going through what we would call unfairness, right? It's like you're going through some particular part of your life where you're experiencing.
I would call it inversion.
Yeah, possible.
Inverted reality.
All right. Well, you know what? I've actually enjoyed this conversation, but I've got shit to do. I got to get the hell out of here and go see my mama. So,
well, you should be thankful that your mama's still alive. And
I am.
You know, there are some people out here that cuss their mamas out, and I wish my mama was still here. And I love my mama dearly, and I miss her every day. And those of you out here who have mamas, you should probably reflect back at yourself and wonder if you've ever done something wrong to your mama and treat her wrong. And you should probably call her.
Yeah, that's why I'm a good guy. I'm a good boy at the age of 48 because I was a piece of shit when I was a teenager, and even in my 20s to my 30s, I wasn't a good son.
Well,
so
you know what?
Now today, I'm a good son.
I can agree with you on that. I was a shitty fucking kid, you know, teenager, whatever, you know, and then when I got locked up in prison, you know, it didn't just affect me. My mother felt as if she failed as a parent and took a lot of the blame on herself. And I spent many times, you know, reassuring her that it was nothing that she did. It was, you know, my own actions. So, you know, not to get into it, but just love your mama, brother. And I appreciate you. And I would, you know, seriously love to have a conversation with you off the air and not be the asshole that I am on the air.
Yeah, well, dude, just hit up my Telegram. Usually,
you got an email that I'd rather just send you.
My email's in the description, man. You just check it out. All my emails are there.
All right. Well, I'll drop you an email, and I'd really love to have a conversation with you off the air. It doesn't, you know, when I talk to people off the air, it'd be a different fucking story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you'll notice I'm the same guy. I don't change.
Well, I am too. But one thing that most people who know me, I don't take anybody's shit. I don't care who they are. You know, they want to come at me sideways. I'm going to come back at them. That's that you know, negative and positive reaction and action thing. So, anyways,
perfect.
Yeah. Have a good one, man. Take care of yourself, and have a good day, brother.
Same to you, man. Peace.
Later.
All right, so let's bring up Uncle Fatty. I still have Voy to bring up afterwards, and then we'll end the show. Final words?
Hey, get a hold of me. I already built that thing that you're looking for, that gem.
Okay.
Pretty much a triple algorithm. All I want to know is if I put Fruity Pebbles in my Frosted Flakes, does that make my cereal woke?
No, that actually makes you just consuming more poison.
Red dye never hurt nobody.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm not just talking. What about the sugar, dude? And all the fucking
put extra sugar
potassium and on top of the fact that you put sugar in there.
Well, yeah, on top of a banana.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Uncle Fatty, with everything you know.
Did you see God went down to hell for vacation this weekend?
Yeah, we're here. That's where we are. I think we're well. I don't think so. It's like you create your hell or your paradise here. It's your choice.
You know it.
It's your choice.
It is.
You know what? God is always yes. God will always give you everything you want, even if it's negative. So, and He always agrees with you. That's how God works.
Great Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Yeah.
May His noodly appendage reach out and touch us all.
If you think you're some way, God will say, yes, you are that way.
Yep.
That's just it. If you say that you have or don't have something, God will say, yes, you don't have this. Or yes, you do have this. But God is always yes.
Extra saucy.
All right, Fatty.
Good to see you, bro.
Take care of yourself. And my emails are in the description, bro. So send me an email. I'll find a way to get you my Telegram, and we can work through that.
I never got you those tarot cards, did I? No.
I don't think so.
Bro, yeah. I got like half the panelverse mapped out in tarot cards.
Oh, cool.
I need more
I got to
pictures.
see that. I need to see that for sure.
Yeah, I need more pictures for sure. Cool.
All right, man.
All right, take care.
Peace. Oh. What are you going to say?
Yeah, sucks.
Okay. Bye. All right, boy. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate last words, but it was very nice to meet. What's his name again?
Bad Apple Media.
Apple Media. I've only seen that name in chat, and it's a very personable panel member, I should say, right? So that was good, and yeah, everybody knows I hate Uncle Fatty and all the things he says. So sometimes he's right, though.
Well,
And
we all get something from each other out here, whether we like it or not.
I guess so. So, yeah, I enjoyed this panel once again with you, Pat, and the rest.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
I want you to take care of yourself, boy.
Ciao. Hey,
Don't do it. Yeah.
And give my kind regards to your mom.
Oh, I will. And, dude, don't do anything I wouldn't do. But if you end up doing it, make sure you do it better than me.
I will.
All right.
Sure.
All right. Take care, man. All right. This is OTW, guys. I'm going to turn on the camera and look at you guys right in the eye. This is OTW signing out for today, coming at you from the belly of the beast. Peace.